and welcome to another wonderful and beautiful night of Legend Esports. Tonight we are bringing out the LRS Draft. That means high elo players. I think it's P4 to Diamond 3. And tonight it's going to be Tigers versus Phantoms for the first game, and then it's going to be Sharks versus Wizards for the second. I'm super hyped for both these games. What about you guys?
Well, things are looking good. Hoping the Phantoms take home a W here. You don't want to break the curse a little bit after what's happened for the past couple splits, but we'll see if they can make it happen. But the Tigers coming out strong, 2-0 as of now. We'll see if they are going to be able to change that. But I think they are actually 2-1 because of a rescheduled match. However, but things are looking good. What do you think, Dream?
Oh boy, I get to cast LRS Draft again. Here we go.
Mm-hmm,
Always a lot of fun casting LRS Draft.
Definitely.
The unique picks that I get to see are always the highlight of my night.
What's fantastic about watching all three different type of leagues, because you have the LRS, you have the LAS, you have the LRS, and the LTS. And what I think it's so great about all of them is every single league has different play styles.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so fun to watch.
100%. Things look great everywhere so far.
Before we get into draft, I'm making announcements. Do not forget LRS captains that trades are open tonight after games. So do not. So if you want to do a trade, do not forget to post it into the captain's chat to see how they all want to do it and figure it out. But trades will be open for this week, and I think they close either Sunday or Monday. I do not quote me on that. But I know Gurf and everyone will give you the details as soon as games are over.
Trades officially close 8 or 24 hours before the games.
24 hours.
So it will. So for Monday. LAS Draft, it is Monday. For LRS Draft, it will be for LAS Draft, it's Sunday. For LRS Draft,
okay. So it is Monday. Okay, yeah. So Mondays will be closed next week. And then trades won't be open again until week 5, right?
No, they'll open right back up as soon as the games are over. It's going to continue. Week 5 is when trades close indefinitely.
Okay, awesome. But it looks like they are ready to draft, so let's get you guys onto the draft.
Let's see how things go here. We do see some familiar faces here once again. I think that's the second time we are going to be seeing the Tigers up here. But we also have the Phantoms taking their first debut here on stream. We have Quinks as their captain. You know, things are looking pretty good. I did see him perform very well back in Exhibition, but we'll see how things go here in game number 1.
Yeah, and we can't forget about Zhao Shock as well. I do believe we saw him game 1 last week. I didn't get to cast that, but that man is an absolute monster. Do not let him have Echo a second week in a row, guys.
Do not let that through. That guy just popped off, making things disappear like the blink of an eye and then just rewind in time, you know. But they are going to ban the Cassidon away from Dark Angel here as their first ban. And yep, Xiao Shock not getting that Echo this time, taking that one away.
Yeah, it's almost like I'm psychic or something. I don't know. But getting rid of the Seraphine as the second ban, we haven't seen a lot of priority on the Seraphine in a while. The Moonstaff build has fallen from grace for the Seraphine, and Seraphine seems to have fallen with it. We've seen less and less of her as the weeks go by, mostly because she's banned a lot of the times, but sometimes she'll go through an entire draft without even being looked at. It does look like Psycho Dog is not here today unless he's on the default account.
He did change his name, focused in.
He has changed his name. Okay.
So the same player, different name. But they're going to ban away that Nocturne, that flex pick that can be used top, mid, and jungle. And I am one of those players who hates playing against that Nocturne. It's not the most fun thing. But we'll see what is going on. But there is a technical issue happening with PentaQ as of now, so we'll see. Okay. So
Yone is not
Yone.
popping up.
They want to ban Yone here. Yeah. So they are going to be banning Teemo in the stead of Yone.
Yep. So when we do see the Teemo ban, it is going to be the.
Oh. So apparently there is
Oh.
Okay.
Click the filter. Oh, okay.
Oh,
that's
very
really
interesting.
strange. Okay.
Oh, there it is. Yone going to be taken away.
All right, so it looks like the team was bugging out a little bit there. So we'll let them have the grace of taking over time there, because that's not their fault.
Definitely not. The Yone will be taken away here. Definitely something. A pretty strong champion has that ability to engage from very long away, and its trading pattern is very, very strong. But one thing to note, though, the Rumble has been left available. Phantom's opting to ban that Morgana away, and it is going to be first picked up here by Cocaine Cobb.
Well, yeah, the Rumble is going to get through here, because with the Morgana ban, the Rumble is the next strongest pick that you can go for there in the jungle. And we've seen a lot of Volibear jungles lately. This champion is very, very powerful in the meta right now. I really enjoy watching Volibears just run at people, stun them up, and then they just can't do anything. This could also go in the top lane as well. Very strong pick in the top lane. So either way, very strong pick from the Phantom so far. But that Rumble, we've got to keep an eye on that Rumble. It is going to be followed up by the Jinx there at the 80 carry role. I don't think it's going to go anywhere else. Please, God, don't let it be anywhere else.
Oh, no. I mean, it could be, but I highly doubt that they are actually going to move the champion into any other role. I do think it is best suited towards that 80 carry role, but we'll see what does happen here. And, picks are going down 20 seconds on the clock as of now, and we'll see what their final picks here are for phase number 1.
They're going to see what they want to pair up with the Rumble there. It is going to be a Samira lock-in, actually. This should make our streamer pretty happy. He loves the Samira. Samira is quite a fun champ to play, not a very fun champ to play against, because, well, she has the healing of a Renekton and the kiting of a Caitlyn, so...
Yeah. May not have the range of the Caitlyn, but can also go in on a dime. But we'll see what is paired up with that Samira here. They are going hyper aggression into that Jinx to make sure she is not able to, rain terror down upon everyone. But we'll see what is picked up here. I would expect some setup, especially because they have drafted themselves a Rumble. I would prefer a more engaged style support like that Rel, but Alistar is still available, and so is Thresh. And there it is. The insta-lock Alistar in return for that Rel. And with the nerfs to Rel, I don't think she's very safe to blind pick as support. I think you do have to pick it phase 2 or ban away the Alistar Thresh if you do want to pick it up phase 1. Even the Janna can work as a counter to it as well.
Yeah, I really like the Alistar pick into the Rel. Makes Rel's engages very, very difficult because of how telegraphed her jump in is. He can either just knock the Rel out of it with the headbutt, or can just knock the champion up and then push them towards the Jinx. That's not a wise
no, not the greatest.
To push a Rel into a Jinx, however, that is still a possibility. Mainly because the Rel doesn't move very fast once she's dismounted. It is going to be followed up by a Kayle ban. Very interesting. That's 100% a targeted ban. We don't see a lot of Kayle play in any of the leagues, actually, despite the Kayle getting some buffs this patch as well.
Right.
Still not seeing it very often. It is going to be followed up by the Sylas. Pretty common sight among all leagues here at the moment. Very, very powerful into certain compositions, but does also struggle in a lot of matchups as well.
Definitely. And once again, they do ban away Xiaoshock's Lucian. We did see that in game number 1 of week 1, and he put the team on his back and just went brah, brah, carrying that game all on his lonesome with his 2 little guns. And going to be taken away from him. That is definitely a target ban, but also could be looking to grab a better matchup for themselves here. But they are going to ban away that Victor from Dark Angel, and we'll see what the response here is from the Phantoms with their penultimate pick here. Could be something probably in the mid lane, maybe try and give their top laner that counter pick.
Yeah, they could give it to the mid laner or the top laner. I would probably prefer the top laner because there are not a lot of players in LRS Draft that can stand toe-to-toe with Xiaoshock. And trying to counterpick the Xiaoshock might just blow up in your face. We did see last week that he was into a matchup that was supposed to be difficult for him, and he absolutely dominated the game. So it is going to be the Shen, so a lot of protection for this Jinx in the team fighting there. The Shen being able to use the ultimate there, the Alistar's tankiness able to just basically bypass most of the damage from the Tigers roster there. But with the Malphite locked in, how much does that matter? And it's going to be a set as well. This is a lot of AD damage here. It is most likely going to be that set in the mid lane. So going to be interesting to see what the Phantoms have up against, because as we see, the moment Xiaoshok gets a minor league, he can just run away with the game, and Set is one of those champions that is very easy to run away with the game with.
But Set can also be used as a denial pick if the mid laner of the Phantoms plays a lot of assassins. Set is one of those champions that is incredible into any of those, like the Zed, the Yasuo, even the Yone as well. Set is just very happy to take that. But the Vladimir going to be picked up here for Dark Angel, and this could have been a trap that the Tigers have fallen into.
Yeah, I do believe it was a Vladimir that was picked last week into the Echo. So Xiaoshok should be very familiar with how this champion works, as having already played it and beaten it. So going to be very interesting to see two manaless champions go at it, meaning neither of these champions have to leave lane very long, but the Vladimir does have a self-sustain inside of his kit, so a little bit harder to knock him out of lane. Then again, there is the damage that Set can bring out, which can still be avoided by the Vladimir, so a very interesting matchup in the mid lane going in.
Definitely. But we've seen Set pop off, like you said, he is one of those champs that has that ability, but the Vladimir is more than happy to just sit back and scale, because he will definitely do a lot more come late game, especially damage-wise, and the damage profile from the Phantoms was looking very, very good here. Three beefy boys paired up with two very strong damage dealers, but the same thing could be said for the Tigers. They have two beefy boys and damage profiles set up well for themselves.
Yeah, they do. Both Tigers and Phantoms have two primary damage dealers on either side. One side is the Samira and the Rumble, an AP and an AD damage threat, just exactly what you want. And on the Phantoms, we have something very similar. We have the Jinx and the Vladimir, both very late game hyper carries that can just dominate a game after a certain point in time. So I do favor the Phantoms late game just because of how powerful those two champions are in the late game. However, if the Tigers can pull out with an early lead, it is going to be very difficult for the Phantoms to keep up with them, because the mid-game power spike for the Tigers is very powerful comparatively to the Phantoms roster.
And what's also very strong about the Tigers here is their insane wombo combo. Sure, you can knock away that Rel, but what about the Set? What about the Malphite? What about the Samira? You have to either deny the engage or deny the carry from jumping into your backline.
Yeah, and a lot of the damage from the Phantoms can be mitigated because of the front line there. The Set with the massive shield, the Malphite able to just delay the fight with his ultimate or initiate a fight as well, which can turn a fight on its head if he does get that pivotal ultimate onto the Jinx there. Obviously, they have to deal with the Vladimir at some point, and Vladimir late game is very, very difficult to deal with, but if they can CC chain him, he does just instantly die the moment he comes out of his pool, so.
Definitely. And there are a lot of options here coming from the Tigers and the Phantoms. Both team comps very, very, very well-rounded. And it's going to be on the Phantoms to survive this rough early game that I do think they're going to have. The Rel Samira, very strong, but they did get that counter with the Alistar. And the Vladimir, he's going to have a decent time into the set, unless Xiaoshok's able to pull some shenanigans in that mid lane, maybe be able to take him down a little bit of a peg, because, you know, Vladimir's very strong and is very good at running away from very telegraphed engages, and Set has a very telegraphed engage pattern, especially in that mid lane. He's going to queue forward, run at you, and pull you in with the face breaker, and Vladimir will just pull away and be very happy to take those cooldowns.
Yeah, and Vladimir's cooldowns are much shorter than the Set's. Once his pull and his I can't remember the name of his W.
Sanguine Pool?
No, not Vladimir's. Set's.
Haymaker.
Haymaker, thank you. His once his Haymaker and his face breaker are both down, the cooldowns on those are kind of long, not as long for the face breaker, but the Haymaker is quite a long cooldown. I believe
16
it's like
seconds.
16 or 17 seconds. The Vladimir's pool is on a much longer cooldown, but he does build a lot of CDR, or ability haste as they call it now.
Protobelt Cosmic Drive, pretty crazy.
Yeah, he builds a lot of ability haste, so the cooldowns are much shorter for the Vladimir, so he's able to do the trades a lot more effectively and can stay in lane a lot longer than the set can.
Definitely. And it's gonna be very scary for Tigers as this late game does come through, because a lot, like, the Rumble damage is very effective in early and mid, but as the game does trail on and on, the Rumble ultimately becomes less useful, does less damage because of just scaling MR, as well as the fact that there are triple tanks. Rumble does not like playing into triple tank. It's not the greatest idea, or not idea, but not the greatest matchup for him. And it's going to be on this Samira to try and find some big damage in this late game, trying to find those angles to get her style going, to flare up and use that Inferno trigger and try and carry these team fights all on her own some as the late game does drag on.
Yeah, not only that, something I just thought of, the amount of damage that is able to be avoided by the side of Phantoms is quite difficult for the Tigers to actually overcome. The Alistair able to reduce incoming damage by, I think it's 60% at level 1. The Jinx with the Shen 55. Okay. The Jinx with the Shen shield can midge tail out. Volibear has his ultimate and his shield as well, which give him health and a shield. The Vladimir can just pull away from most damage that comes at him. So the damage from the Rumble is already going to be mitigated by the amount of options they have to avoid it.
Definitely. And real quick, before, you know, things do go into that loading screen that we all know and love, predictions are open in case you guys do want to use some of your Legends tokens to, you know, put a prediction here. Which comps do you guys think are better? That's your choice. We'll see. But overall, I value the Phantoms comp a little bit better, in my opinion.
I definitely agree there. We are going to go ahead and go to a quick break as we do load in the game, so we will see you very soon.
I'm a goddess in a blaze, so the top and the eater. Meet you once again, round
Right, everyone, welcome back. Here we are, LRS Draft week number 2, starting off with the Tigers taking on the Phantoms. Blue side, we have the Tigers with Ethosun up in that top side, Cocaine Cup as that Rumble in the jungle, Xiaoshock on set duty in the mid lane, Focus and Improve, also known as Psycho Dog on that Samira, and Cowjay on the Rel. For the Phantoms, Quinks on that Chen, Toadstep on that Volibear, Dark Angel on the Vladimir, that Vampire there. It's going to be Box Cutter and Shogain on that bot side as the Jinx Alistar duo.
All right. What time are we at?
53.
53, okay.
So as we do get into this game here, we just see a standard 5-point here. The Volibear did base to try and grab that Oracle Lens here, looking to maybe spot out some vision, but they were able to place that ward in the pink Pixel Brush to make sure, they see if the Rumble's looking for any shenanigans up on that top side. But as of now, it's looking like a standard topside start for the Rumble towards that bottom lane and the reverse for the Volibear.
I am at 125, 26.
Yep,
Is that good?
Yep.
All right,
You're good
cool.
to go. And that standard starts here for both of these junglers here, released from the top lane, released from the bot lane. And they did get a nice ward onto the Raptor Pit from Dark Angel there, sitting there. So they'll see when the Rumble does start pathing there. Pretty nice. Pretty helpful, giving them some early game information. And these level 1s are looking pretty normal here. The Shen getting the early lane push is going to get hit by that combat, though.
Yeah, gonna take a little bit of damage, but starting with the taunt here, actually. Interesting.
The taunt start doing some decent work there, as well as that shield, just making sure he's able to get a decent trade going for himself there. And
we do see that the bot lane, it's not going to be a very interesting lane until the level 2 start hitting for both of these bot lanes here, but it does look like the side of Tigers, they will hit that level 2 in the bot lane first, as we do got fight in the mid lane here.
Age in the mid lane here, a lot of damage onto that Vladimir already. We are swapping over to the top side as the Malphite also taking half HP.
We got a gank in the bot lane.
But the Volibear is here. He's looking for the gank. Level 2 has been hit. Alistar still level 1 looking for that onto the Rel, and she is going to be hit by that shield, but it's first blood for the Samira, dashing forward into the tower. Rel very low. Here comes that heal, keeping her alive, but the Jinx is free hitting. She is fast. She is excited, but it's not enough to keep things going. Volibear is doing some mad damage here with his passive. Here comes the teleport from the set, coming into the bot side. He has that Facebreaker. Is he going to use the flash forward Facebreaker? And he's going to go for the kill. Not going to use that Haymaker. Is going to be used to block that last tower shot, though, and that is a kill for the Samira. 2-0. 2 minutes into the game. Well, 3 now, but you get the gist of it.
All right, so we're starting the game with 3 kills. 3 minutes, 3 kills. So that just goes to show just how this game is going to go here. It is a net win for this Samira, but she is very, very low. Has to be very careful of what she does here. The flash is down for the Alistar, so she doesn't have to worry about that. She does have the blue buff, so she does get to spam her abilities quite often here. Looks like she is going to take it back, though. That is probably the smartest play here. Sitting on 1,100 gold, so going to be able to get a pretty nice buy upon returning back to base there. Oh, it looks like, well, hold on. They're waiting in the bush.
They're looking for a lane gank here with the Rumble. Alistar walking up, he's going to get stunned up by the Rel, but here comes that combo, keeping the Rel out of the way. Going to be bopped away by that headbutt. Samira dashing forward, looking for the play. Alistar very, very low, going to be taken down. Here comes the TP. It's looking like 2. Vladimir has shown up, and so has the Malphite. Stunning up that Jinx with the rock, but the Vladimir is just doing so much damage on the front line. Chen also TP down as well, but it is just going to be a net win. Vladimir flashing forward, not able to find it. The auto is not there, and they are going to have to walk away from that fight, not able to find it, and burning 2 TPs for nothing.
Yeah, literally everything is going to be down in multiple lanes. The flash TP down for the Vladimir, the flash shield down for the Jinx as well. Ignite already down from the previous engagements. The flash is down from the Volibear. Shen retaining his flash, and the Malphite also retaining the flash. So is the Rumble as well. So more flashes left over, but we do have the Hex flashes for both of the supports here. We do see Volibear clearing his top side, going to get a try and catch up in the CS there a little bit. He was running a little bit behind because of that gank. But most importantly, though, the Samira is 3-1. So he gave a shutdown over to the Jinx, who is now 2-0 as well. Both of them are going to be coming back to lane with Noon Quivers, but only one of them comes back with the Control Ward. So the Vision control is going to be in favor of the Phantoms for now. But 3-2 kills, all 3 kills on the AD carry. and all 2 kills from the other side are on the 80 carry as well. So right exactly where you want them. So they're about evenly matched at the moment. Ends up being a net win for the Tigers, though, as we do see about a 700 gold lead as well.
We also did see that the Samira was able to steal that Grump away from the Volibear. Not very happy about that one. Good trade from the set, using that Haymaker damage onto the Vladimir, keeping him in check.
Yeah, but it's Vladimir. He'll be able to heal that back up very, very quickly, so not too afraid of it. But this, because the shutdown went to the Jinx, that blue buff, the very first blue buff, is still on the map here, now in the hands of the Jinx, and having blue buff as Jinx is very nice, because that means you can just spam your Q and not worry about mana issues.
And we do see that the vision side on the blue buff of the Volibear is very, very strong there. You see that ward right across in that lane as well. But there is a fight happening up in the top side. Shen very, very low. Malphite looking for the play, not able to find it, however. But the Shen is going to be chunked out of here very, very soon, as they do go for Dragon on the bot side.
Now we do see Set is taking a journey into the jungle there. But it is going to be the first dragon of the game secured for the side of Tigers there. Going to go up with the Ocean Dragon, so a little bit of healing, a little bit of sustain for their lane. It's going to feel very good about that. We do see that the mid lane is still going relatively even, but CS is taking a little bit of a advantage for the set here. Just a little bit. He'll be able to catch back up.
Oh, they're looking for the Malphite. He has no 6, no unstoppable force available for him. Here comes the Volibear, stunning him up under his own tower. Is he going to be able to make it back? The flash is going to keep him alive because he did save that in that level 3 fight down the bot side.
Yeah, and very close to the level 6 as well. The level 6 might have been able to get him out there without burning the flash, but you never want to use the unstoppable force onto nothing, so at least he's able to get out of there with his life, and does have a pretty good CS advantage as well there in the top lane. And he's been winning out on these trades in the top lane as well, so going to be pretty good. Now that he has 6, the fight should be a bit different here.
A little bit more even here, and the Malphite just clearing his wave. Very happy to do that. Just wants to scale up and make sure this Jinx's life is a living nightmare. But we do see 6 hit for the Samira because she got so much solo XP. Rel only level 4 both supports. Very behind in that XP department, but things are looking on the upside for the side of the Tigers. But the Vladimir being caught up by that Phase Breaker. That's a gigantic trade onto the Vladimir, but he does have that Crimson Rush available with that Empowered Q. Gonna use that on the minion. And gonna be happy to heal that up. But here comes the Volibear sitting nearby, looking for some vision on the blue buff side. Not able to find it, just looking for that base.
Yeah. It was an aggressive back here, but it looks like he is going in for the gank.
They're going for it.
Lane.
He's tanking a tower shot, gonna be pulled under. Here comes that Stormbringer, able to keep him alive, but that gank attempt did not go the right way.
Yeah, it is going to be a trade of ultimates for both of these champions here. The Showstopper and the Stormbringer are both going to be used to get out of that fight there in the mid lane. Very good use of the set ultimate there to make sure that something was traded for him. That was a bit of an ambitious gank there because of how close he was to the turret. So
he also ended up tanking one.
Yeah, he did tank a tower shot, but with 2 ruby crystals, it didn't really do all that much damage to him. It was mostly the Showstopper that did most of that damage there, but was instantly removed by the Stormbringer. So
yep, very happy with that exchange here. But right now we just see the CS department is very, very happy in the Tigers bot lane, just farming up here, keeping things going, keeping their lead that they were able to grab earlier.
Yeah, with the Samira having 6 long before the other laners did, it is very hard for the Jinx and the Alistar to actually go in on that, because once their CC is blown and Samira gets that Inferno trigger, it is that was a really long range face breaker.
Oh, Rel might be stunned up here by the Volibear, taking a lot of damage. Chompers are down, but they're looking to re-engage on the Samira. She has no style points just yet, but the Rel's looking for the re-engage. They're looking on the Vladimir. Here comes that Shen ultimate onto the Alistar. Here comes the Inferno trigger, but it's not enough. Jinx claiming that one with the zap, and Rel stuck in no man's land, stuck in the enemy jungle, gonna be taken down by the Jinx. They're looking to give this one over, and it's a double kill for that 80 carry.
Yeah, Jinx gonna be feeling really good about that, having 4 kills so early in the game. Gonna be able to finish her mythic upon back there. We already see Samira does have the Immortal Shield Bow finished.
They're
And
looking on the set. There's a 4-man rotation here. Going to be stunned up in that brush. Here comes the Showstopper taking him to safety. And Volibear is trying to run. Going to be pulled back. The Rumble is present. Has that ultimate available to him, but they're not going to use it. They're just looking to disengage and keep that set alive.
now, once again, Set able to get out with the Showstopper there. And the threat of the Rumble ultimate means that they don't want to chase, even though they have 4 members there. So going to be feeling pretty good about that for now, as we do see that the top lane is starting to become a bit lopsided in the CS department, 74 to 41.
Just a little bit there.
Yeah, heavily in favor of the Malphite at the moment there, but really, are we surprised it's a Malphite? It's so hard to actually do damage to this champion. And Shin, not one of the champions that does damage in the first place, so as Rel is going to take 2 tower shots.
Oopsies. That's not what you want to see here coming out from the Rel, but right now, they still do have some presence here. Both of the 80 carries have completed their mythics. Kraken Slayer for Box Cutter and Focus and Improve sitting on that Immortal Shield Bow. But the gold lead is still slightly in favor of that Samira, even though they did have a little bit of a wonky fight there, still staying slightly ahead. But they're looking for this Dragon Teleport coming through from the set in the mid lane, looking to start this one up before the Volibear can even get there. They are just trading that for the Rift Herald.
Well, the Malphite doesn't have a lot of mana here, so going to take quite a bit of damage. It is just going to be, yeah, the second Dragon going over to the Tigers here, and we are going to get a Cloud Soul, which is very, very good for both of these compositions here, in my opinion.
I mean,
the
definitely.
Samira with Inferno Cloud Soul, Inferno Trick. Hold on, we got to
walking on to the Volibear, doing a lot of damage. Smite has been used. You're going to use that Smite to keep himself alive, but the Malphite using that one-man ulti, and it's going to be stolen by the set. Shen is there, though, and so is the Vladimir. Alistar is slightly a little bit far away, but he's going to look to make it. The Taunt going to go short. Not able to find anything. Here comes the Healing Plague onto 2, but they're looking to just walk this one out. Alistar is present, but they're not going to be able to find anything. Double stunned by the set, but here comes that Showstopper onto the Vladimir, trying to bring him under tower. It's not going to find it, but that's a lot of damage. Looking to maybe make it happen to Alistar, trying his best, using that combo. Rocket gonna go wide, and the Alistar's taking tower. He's going so low. Seth does not have the Haymaker just yet. He's gonna be taken down. Shock fallen to that Alistar, though, and that is worthwhile for him.
Yeah, gonna feel really good about that trade kill, despite there being 3 members there. The Alistar ultimate was used, but I do believe it was timed out, which means all that damage going on to him. He took way too many tower shots trying to get as many people as he could out of there. Unfortunately, not able to get out of range fast enough. So he ends up trading his life for the kill on the set there.
And one thing to note is that kill also went over to the Alistar. No one else, not the Vladimir, not the Shen. It went over to that kill. And unfortunately, I think it would have been a lot better on Dark Angel, but they were just looking to claim up that kill.
Yeah, and even so, the gold lead is now starting to separate just a little bit, just above 3,000 gold in the lead for the Tigers here. Despite the Jinx being very, very strong.
Strybreaker forward, here comes the Facebreaker, doing a lot of damage to the Vladimir. He's not very happy about this trade.
Yeah, Vladimir is still able to heal up, but he has to be very aware that the set does have the Rift Herald there in the mid lane, so has to make sure. Nope, there it is. He's going to summon the Rift Herald in the mid lane.
Shock very happy to just grab up some plates here, just get a little bit more gold in the pocket of his, his little set thing. Very happy about that. But, another 3-man rotation towards that mid lane going to dissuade him from looking for more.
Yeah, unfortunately, just getting the turret plating damage right before the turret plates fall as well. So, gonna feel pretty good about that. Turret plating has gone down though, and that mid lane turret, one of the most pivotal turrets in the game, gives you so much access into the enemy jungle once it's down, is very, very low for the side of Phantoms here.
Taunting onto the Malphite is Quinks, looking to make something happen, but he's taking a decent amount of damage in return because of that Bramble Vest, but the set looking for something as well in this mid lane, but it's just looking like just a walk away from both of the laners. Both solo laners just looking to walk away, be happy with what they have, and not do too much.
And we're starting to see just the meatball fest of the top lane. Neither of those champions can kill each other at the moment. We haven't seen the Shen use his ultimate yet. Just because the threat of the Malphite being able to stop it is very apparent. Has to pretty much back all the way out of lane if he wants to use it. The Malphite does not have the teleport, so if the Shen does succeed, would have to stay in lane, cannot... Hold on, we might get something going on top lane. No, he's just gonna get his shield back up and be perfectly fine there. Dragon up in a minute 20, so we may get to see another fight going on here very soon.
No teleport available for the Malphite, however, or the set. No TPs on the side of the Tigers available, but the Shen has his ultimate, has a teleport available to himself, and he's just more than happy to stay on his top side, but looking for a base instead.
Yeah, doesn't want to chance the dive from the Malphite. He was low enough to where the ultimate full combo can just kill him there, so he may actually just trade the tower for that damage there. We do see Malphite stopping the minions from crashing, so that way the turret can take as much punishment as possible. Here, another wave is going to crash. It looks like the Shen is going to get there in time.
Dashing forward is that set, looking to make a little bit of damage happen on this Vladimir, but, you know, not able to do too much because of that innate sustain from the champion. But as you're saying, top side, the Shen has both of his teleportive abilities, his global abilities, ready to go on the click of a button. We'll see if he's going to look to use either of them right now. But the Dragon spawning up in 10 seconds means that both teams are looking to maybe make this happen. This is soul point for the Tigers if they are able to grab this one up, and it's soul denial, or soul point denial for the Phantoms.
Yeah, and we also haven't seen the Rumble get involved in a lot of team fights as well. He has the Night Harvester finished here. One of the higher CSers in the game right now, actually out-CSing the crap out of the Volibear here right now. But with the jungle changes, that doesn't matter all that much. Hold on.
They're looking on the Shen, taking a lot of damage from that, or from that set, my bad. But things are, you know, they're getting cut off from that mid lane entrance here. They have this choke point held. They have the Rel, they have the Malphite, and they have the set all ready to go. They're cut off here, but the Rumble ultimate not going to hit anything, actually. Going to go a little bit wide, cutting off that corridor, however, so they're looking to start this up right here, right now. Jinx walking around, and it is going to be a 3v5 contest for this Dragon.
Yeah, and look at the positioning of the team, so that way they can,
Zone just from the Rumble, but the Rel engage going to be dissuaded by that Alistar. They're looking for the fight. He is able to find a beautiful Megastorm, but a steal coming in from the Volibear, but the set able to find a beautiful Haymaker on the back line, doing a lot of damage to that Jinx, but it is looking like a 3v4 right now. But here with the Samira, does have that Inferno trigger, doing some decent damage, life stealing, but she's going to be stunned up. Here comes that Shen ultimate onto the Volibear, keeping him alive, and the Rumble is going to be forced to run away, going to be blue smited though slow. The Nimbus Cloak might be enough to keep him alive, and he's going to be able to walk away, but the Dragon was stolen, and they lost a lot.
Yeah, Dragon being stolen away stops the Dragon stacking there, and there's now a 4-man push down in this bot side. No ultimate available for the Rumble here. Hold on.
Showstopper is available, or is not available, but the beautiful Haymaker going to claim up that Alistar, and the combo is just too strong from the Rumble set. But the Rocket coming through, doing some decent damage. Vladimir looking for the dive onto the set, onto the Rumble, actually going to be taking him down, and Vladimir able to walk away with his flash.
Oh, that was such a beautiful Facebreaker into Haymaker there, taking out 2 members from the side of Phantoms there. They do steal the Dragon, and then they tried to push their luck there, but fortunately the set was still alive, able to put so much damage down on so many people there. Now has the Blade of the Ruin King finished along with that Stride Breaker for 1 and 2. It looks like the first turret finally going down in that top lane. Malphite finally being able to take that turret down there. So, a lot of standard gold able to do it. It looks like the second tower is going to go down
Alistar
here.
looking for the engage, though, has that Hex Flash, going to knock up the Samira. Combo is going to be used, but they might be able to walk this one out. The Realm might be cut out by the Chompers, might have to jump over the wall, using that charge, able to get herself away, and they are able to grab that tower and get away with their lives. A heist in the making.
Yeah, and it looks like Malphite's already heading down to that bot side to go and get the third and final outer tower there. So a lot of gold that they're going to be picking up here very soon. I'm going to feel very nice about that. Executioner's Calling actually already finished for...
Jinx taking some decent damage, though, but she might have dashed herself too far. The Samira using that Immortal Shield to keep herself alive, but she's going to be taken down by the Jinx. That rocket, I think, went through the wind wall, if I'm not mistaken.
No, it was blocked, but it was a final auto rocket that ended up killing her.
Right, okay. But Malphite actually taking a winning trade into the Vladimir on the bot side of this one. Crimson Rush going to keep himself sustained up, though.
Yeah, able to hold that turret just for a little bit longer there. So not going to get 3 turrets, but and the kill onto the Samira going to feel very, very
They're
good.
looking on the Malphite. Alistar is there. Unstoppable Force is available. However, they're looking to slow him down. Here comes that combo, keeping him in place. Hemoplague is used and Unstoppable Force used to get away, but they're diving. Looking to do some decent work here.
Hold
Rel
on.
is present, but they're looking. It's looking like a big rotation. Rumble is present there, nearly there. Using the Hex Flash is the Rel, but they're looking to jump on this Volley Bear instead. Set running forward, Stride Breaker. Here comes that Face Breaker. Gonna look for something, but the stun is gonna land onto the set, and here comes that Blast Cone. Oh, little Blast Cone dance there, but the Rel might overstep her bounds here. Vladimir and Jinx are in the wings waiting to maybe help this cow out. No, they are not. And walk away from that one.
Yeah, and just looking across the numbers here, look at the CS differences in these lanes now. 155 to 94 in that top lane there. 166 to 115 there in the jungle. There's a lead for the set, though a lot less than the other two that I just talked about, but a really massive CS lead for the Samira there.
Dark Angel forced to pool early.
Yeah,
wow.
Maybe afraid of the Malphite ultimate being up again there, because if it was, I do believe that the Vladimir does just die, unfortunately there. So having to pull away there, and this turret going to take a little bit more damage, but still not enough to go ahead and take it down there. It is on its last legs. A literal breeze can take down that turret right now. If Malphite just walked up by himself, it looks like he's waiting in the bush to see if there's anybody coming down here. Looks like not, so he is going to continue pushing that. He should get that tower, even if he doesn't do it himself. The minion should before anybody else reaches it.
Yeah, that tower is on its last legs. It's running on cubes, gonna be taken down here by the big mountain man himself, but it might be an engage onto Samira. Gonna not dodge the zap, but the rest of her team has joined the fray. Here comes CowJ and Xiaoshock looking to do some decent damage here. The style points are not available just yet, but here comes the Inferno Trigger. Is it gonna be used? It is, but the lifesteal is not gonna be very much with that Grievous Wounds applied, but Toadstep taking a lot of damage, gonna be taken down, and so is Shogane. And Dark Angel gonna be caught by the Haymaker to the face by Xiaoshock, and they're looking to turn on Baron.
Yeah, that ends up being a 5-for-1 trade there. The Legends Ace coming through, and Baron is now on the table for the side of Tigers here. They don't have the AD carry, so
still have the stats.
Yeah, they still have the stats, so yeah, they are going to be able to get this down. But Jinx is up in 1 second. The Jinx ultimate can very easily steal this.
It has been capped at 800 this patch, though. It's coming through.
Oh,
blocked by CowJ. Great block from him, and that is going to mean that the Baron is going to go over to the side of Tigers. No contest there.
Yeah, and we do see that the Cloud Soul is up there, and look at they're making a beeline to it, but teleport's coming through from the set there. Oh,
they're looking to maybe do something here. Not too sure. They are looking to take the Scuttle Crab, so they have that vision denial. Facebreaker actually going to go wide on that Scuttle, able to dodge away from that one. But we do see some decent vision control set up here, and they might just give up this soul point.
Yeah, going to be the third dragon of the game for the side of Tigers here. Very easy dragon to take once you have Baron. The contest is not very good. We do see Toadstep is going to back away from that. Going to clear a ward as he backs away, so... But once again, look at the gold lead. It is 10,000 gold in the lead for the side of Tigers.
They just weren't able to sit back enough. The Vladimir is very behind. Jinx is very strong, but did complete that Mortal Reminder second. Sure, it is going to help deny a lot of that Samira healing, but it also delays her power spike.
It 100% delays her power spike there, and they're just going to take this turret up here in the mid lane there. 4th turret of the game there, just propelling their lead ahead. Now almost 10,500 gold here, and it looks like they're just going to rotate to the top side here. Gonna have to walk that minion wave in, but they should be able to get this second tower as well. They're going to go ahead and take up all the jungle along the way here as they grab this turret. It looks like it's going to be responded by 5 people from the Phantoms here, though. So
it's a 5-man rotation from both sides here for this top tier 2. Now we'll see if the Siege of the Tigers is going to be enough to actually claim this up. They might be just looking for a dive instead.
Yeah, the wave clear is not very good for the side of Phantoms here.
Look at the cow. They could be looking for a flank.
It's possible. I don't think he was seen, and
he was not spotted. They don't know he's there.
They will know very soon because there's a lot of vision there that will see him coming up.
They're sieging. Maybe if he Hex Flashes over the wall, they could look for something, but this tower is just going down fast. The Siege Minion just pelting away, but the Baron buff is going to run out pretty soon. I think in just under a minute, but they did spot him out.
Yeah, he's going to have to back all the way out of there, but they do successfully defend that inner turret there as Alistair making the great escape there.
Running away with those mobility boots, able to make his way over to his own tier 2 on the bottom side, able to make that grand journey away.
Yeah, it looks like he is going to get away here, but it is going to be a multi-man stack down there on the bot side. We do see Shen has just pushed out that top side just a little bit, but I don't think they're getting here in time to defend this tower, so this tower should go down here. So 2 turrets taken down with the Baron buff here. And Baron should be expiring pretty soon.
Just did expire. 3 minutes left till the respawn of that purple worm, and that does mean that they are able to grab themselves up a decent amount of gold during that Baron power play that they did have.
Yeah, it looks like they're about 11,500 gold up now. They have 3 dragons, 5 turrets to 0 here. Yes, the Jinx is very, very strong, but I do question the Mortal Reminder, especially with the amount of tank on the other side there. I do think the LDR probably was the better choice. You're not going to be the one going for this Samira unless it's the last champion that's left alive there. Mainly because there's a set and a Malphite and a Rel that jump on your face. So getting the LDR there, I think, is the more important item. Going for that Mortal Reminder means that you think you're going to be 1v1ing the Samira, which you don't want to do anyways, because Samira can 1v1 a Jinx very easily.
He also has double lifesteal items.
Yeah. Oh my god. We are starting to see some Bramble Vests finished out for the side of Phantoms here, so there is a lot of healing cut that can be to mitigate the Samira's damage here.
That will definitely be helpful.
It will 100% be helpful. The next dragon is spawning in 1 minute and 20 seconds here, just before the Baron here. So, team fight could break out, and both team and whoever wins that can get both of those dragons. Obviously, the soul is going to be the primary focus, most likely for the side of Tigers here. They could try and trade it for a Baron. Jinx takes Barons very, very quickly with the Kraken Slayer. So. If they want, they could trade the Cloud Soul for the Baron, but I don't think that's in their best interest.
I mean, both teams want that Cloud Soul.
Yeah, allowing a Samira to have Cloud Soul is not the most ideal situation, because it's already hard for you to actually get away from her once she gets the Inferno trigger, and if she has extra move speed when she casts it, it's almost impossible to get away from it.
And they are pinging for resistance down on this mid lane, looking to maybe try and defend a little bit, but it looks like the red side Phantoms are able to grab in this little avenue to grow to this bottom side, get control over this Dragon Pit, but they're looking for the set. Combo is going to be landed onto SHK. He's taking a decent amount of damage from the cow himself. Going to pull that in. Here comes that Showstopper to keep him alive. Strybreaker 4 doing some decent damage with the Haymaker. Box Cutter forcing that Shen ultimate very, very early before the Dragon even spawns.
Yeah, not going to have the Shen ultimate there. Luckily, no other ultimates were burned. The Showstopper is burned, though, so...
Oh, they're too late. They walked in too late, but the set's looking to make it. But it's another miracle still from Toadstep. Engage going to be denied once again from the Cow J, but it is a beautiful Haymaker once again into the middle of 4. And Samir dashing forward, double kill for her. Able to claim up a triple kill. And Xiaoshock looking to just solo out Dark Angel all on his own. The left fist, the right fist. That is another kill for him. They're looking to TP and end this game top. Or bot, my bad.
Yeah, that is going to be the game, I do believe. The death timers are quite long here. They should be able to get this tower. So they trade the turret, or not the turret, the dragon for the game.
Yep.
I do believe that's a net win for the Tigers, I would say.
Just a little bit here. But it was another miracle steal from Toadstep, able to find it, but they committed way too much to the fight. They should have just gone for steal.
Yeah, Alistair is up here, but just the Alistair not going to be enough here.
How do they like their steak? Well done? Medium? We'll see. No, we won't. End of the game has been reached.
Yep, so it is going to be another victory for the Tigers here, now 4-1 on their scoreline here, and the Phantoms drop down to 1-2 here. So Still a really good showing from the Phantoms. Despite everything there, the Jinx got very, very far ahead early. Unfortunately, the rest of the team was unable to keep up. The rest of the lanes were kind of on fire the entire game. Unable to overcome the mountain that is the Tigers team at the moment. Very, very strong, especially Xiaoshock. 8-1-7. We didn't talk about it all that much because so much was going on.
Yeah.
But Xiaoshock going 8-1-7 on that set there, doing so much for his team, delaying fights, using that ultimate to absolute perfection the entire game.
Yeah, and I mean, I think Xiaoshock was an unsung hero here. We weren't able to talk about him much, as you said, but he was able to make some big escapes, some beautiful showstoppers to keep himself safe, not dying very much. Only one death to his name, but those beautiful, face breakers into haymakers. Those combos were immaculate, able to do so much damage, especially with that 80 buff to his W. That makes him so much stronger, especially with this very attack damage heavy build.
Yeah, I 100% agree there. But GG's to both teams there. Both teams played very, very well. Unfortunately, Tigers able to come out on top. But the Phantoms are going to look to turn around in their next game.
They still have a chance to break the curse. Next game, they still got it. But Tiger's going to take home game number 1, and player of the game prediction should be open, player of the game voting should be open very, very soon. But who do you think deserves player of the game before we do?
Oh, definitely Xiaoshock, 100%.
Xiaoshock again. This man has popped off in every game he's been live, able to find everything. The Echo, the Lucian, and now the Sat. This man is popping off on stream. I guess he wants to look good for the camera.
Yeah, well, being able to get streamed 2 weeks in a row, going to be very, very good for those highlight reels, honestly. Or
exhibitions as well.
Exhibitions as well. So, yeah, but the showing that he had in exhibitions wasn't as strong. He was up against Sergeant Hades there in that mid lane, one of the other top mid laners in the league at the moment.
I think that was game 2, which wasn't streamed. Game 1, he was up against a Zed, I think.
Oh, okay.
And he popped off on the Lucian pick there. But yeah, Xiaoshock every time on stage looks great. But it is going to be that team fight win for the Tigers and game win for them, as we do cut to a quick break here before we get game number 2 rolling. So we'll be right back here, join you back in a few minutes as all the players ready up for game number 2. Take care, everyone. We will be right back.
Okay, and it looks like your player of the game is going to be none other than Shock onto the set, going 8-1-7. That man is just a monster on that champion.
I mean, every time we've seen Shock on stage, this man has performed, and he's not stopping today with that set performance. And he was a showstopper, that's for sure, throwing left and right hooks left, right, and center. And what more can you say other than this man has a champion ocean?
And also, don't forget that face breaker he did under tower, making able to just pull the entire team in and it just pressing his W and killing both of them at the same time.
That was... This man is on another level from most of the people that we see play League of Legends. Very terrifying to play against, and godsend when you're playing with him. Shock is saying in chat that it was Cowjay that does deserve the MVP here, so we'll do an honorable mention for him. He did play very, very well as well.
Unfortunately, he did get counter-picked, and he did what he could. I mean, he found some nice Magnet Storms, although he wasn't able to get those big charges off because of, the Alistar there. Not very fun to play against. Has that Rel. It's not a great matchup.
Yeah. Any comments for the other team you guys have?
I mean, ADC played well. I think it was been able to find some big pickups there with the snipes with that zap, but itemization could have used a little bit of work. But overall, I think if the solo lanes were able to hold their own just a little bit longer, it could have been a much different story.
Yeah, I do agree. I think the CS difference in the top lane made a huge difference, and definitely when it came to late game, because Malphite had a lot more items and a lot more pressure in the top lane than the Shin did. Yes, it is, Shin with Shin ult, but you can't underestimate Malphite, especially when he gets to late game. Like, he's not only tanky, but he still does a lot of damage. And,
the Malphite base numbers are really high.
Yeah, and also the same thing with the bot lane. Yeah, even though Samira was really hard, really had a hard time trying to do her inferno triggers, she was still putting out some damage. And if you didn't notice, she did, I think, got a triple kill at the end.
Yeah. The Samira are able to do a lot of damage, especially in that mid-game power spike that we were talking about there. Having the double lifesteal items was a big help as well. I do see what the Jinx was thinking, going for the Mortal Reminder's second item, but that front line needs to be dealt with first, and Mortal Reminder isn't going to help as much. Yes, the set has healing from the Blade of the Rune King, but it's the tankiness of the set that you have to get through.
Definitely.
So. Yeah, no, I do believe that. I really think... you should getting an early execution is good and all, but I feel like in ADC you should get 2 damage items, and then you should get your LDR or your Mortal Reminder. And to be honest, I think LDR is just a way better item, especially in the third team, because it's also a giant slayer on top of that.
It definitely does help, especially into the meatballs that were on the side of the Tigers, but the early executioners was definitely smart. I just think, as you said, completing the Mortal Reminder so early might not have been the play, and come to think of it, the Samira was actually dying relatively early in a lot of these fights. It was her getting all her spells off, though. That was big. The fact that the Samira was able to jump in, get her Inferno trigger going for at least a few ticks was enough to do enough damage that the rest of her team was able to make things happen.
Well, it looks like it looks like both teams are ready to go. So next game is going to be Sharks versus Wizards. I don't think we ever seen Wizards on stream dressed like the Phantom, so it's going to be pretty fascinating to see the Wizards play today. And not only that, it's Juanito in the bot lane today for the Wizards.
Yeah, some familiar faces coming in for this game. We have King Caterwall, one of the LAS draft players from last split, now in the LRS. We have Karthik, staple name in LRS Draft as of late. Juanito Sol also coming in as well. I do believe he's playing both in LAS and LRS Draft as well.
So is Karthik, but Amistan once again making his return after taking a break there in the winter split, coming back after a great performance on ADC and mid on the Falcons from fall. And we should be getting to draft very, very soon. I think we are having another little bit of Pentakill issues, staple, but, we'll see what happens here. I'm expecting a bunch of jungle bans coming against the Wizards.
Yeah, I 100% agree here.
Yep, there it is.
Yep, there goes the Zach.
Yep, that's a staple ban against Mr. Karthik 002. The man got penta banned game 1 last week.
Did he?
Yes. Penta banned.
Oh,
There's
that
2
takes
already.
me back to the fall split with VKC. I don't think you were around just yet for during the fall split.
I was.
Oh,
Yep,
okay.
I played for the
Were you
Falcons.
Oh, you played for the Falcons. Were you just not casting during that time? Or?
No, I was. I only started casting in winter, but it is going to be the Vladimir ban and the Aurelia ban coming in through for the Wizards, and we'll see what the final ban is for the Sharks. Is it going to be another jungle ban? That is the question, but it's looking like 2 top lane bans are the Vlad for King Caterwall in the mid lane and the Aurelia ban for Obletus, and pretty good. So they are saying it is going to be a Gwen ban for their 3rd one, so it is probably going to be like a Teemo or something as a placeholder.
All right. So if it is a champion that is not there, go ahead and use the Teemo ban.
Yep.
As a placeholder, just.
Well, they were not able to find her, so it is going to be the Teemo banned away instead of Gwen, and it is going to be a Nocturne ban taken away here for that final one. So we'll see what the first pick here, B1, very important. Are they going to grab up the Rumble or Morgana? Both are left up and available for both junglers here.
Yeah, it is going to be very interesting what the jungle picks are going to be here. If they are going to go with the Morgana and the Rumble, or if we're going to see some other picks like the Volibear come in as well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think a lot of players have really picked up the Rumble.
There's the Morgana pick.
Yeah, we are going to have the Morgana as the first pick here. Not sure if Karthik is going to pick up the Rumble here.
Oh, he most definitely is going to pick up the Rumble here. I can pretty much guarantee that. But we'll see what the other response pick here is from the Wizards. But we'll see if he wants to go for that Rumble. I definitely think he is practicing it, but he could go for a more aggressive pick into that Morgana, maybe look for a gank-centric jungler, such as the Jarvan 4, or even the Volibear, or something along those lines. We'll see what is picked up here. With 3 seconds left on the clock, we'll see what they do pick up. It is going to be that Rumble picked up for Karthik.
Alright. Yeah, I just double-checked it myself. Gwen actually isn't on Pentakill from what I can see,
okay. So it is going to be that Teemo ban instead of her. But it is going to be a Lulu picked up for Spencer. Maybe they're looking for, I don't know, a Jinx Lulu in the bot side. We'll see. But the Sharks looking to pick up some 2 picks here, potentially a bot. Yep, the Varus in response. I'm thinking it is going to be that Jinx pick that the Wizards do want, but Varus is known as a counter to that. So we'll see if Juanito is willing to play. If he's willing to play that the champion, the Jinx into a Varus Leona.
Yeah, that is a very dangerous lane out. Back in the day when I played support, every time I got a Varus, I almost always went the Leona because the chain CC is just so ginormous here. It looks like they might go for the Karma instead here. It is going to be locked in. This can go into the mid-top or support role, so not 100% sure where it's going, but I do believe it can synergize very well with the Varus. Adds a lot of protection, makes it hard for the Varus to go down there as well. Gonna be interesting to see what the Wizards gonna go ahead and pick up here. Are they gonna go ahead and go with their AD carry? I do think that would be the most likely course of action here, so that way it doesn't get target banned. It is going to be the Jhin hover. It is going to be a Jhin locked in.
It could be a Lulu flex. It could be a Lulu flex.
It is possible. But this is Juanito Soul's Jhin, one of his best champions. We've seen what he can do on this champion as well, so could be very, very strong in the lane that he's against. Whoever, if it is the Varus Karma in that bot lane, Jhin does pretty well into that, just because of the amount of damage he can put out. And if it is the Lulu supporting him, it is a little bit difficult for the Varus to actually poke them down through the shields in the early game. So.
Yep, and with that, it is going to be a Echo ban from the Wizards, followed up by a Galio taken away from the Sharks, which leads me to believe that they think this Lulu is a flex pick.
Yeah, the Lulu can definitely go into multiple lanes as well. The Galio also able to go into multiple lanes, so a lot of flex picks here. Even the Morgana can be flexed into multiple roles as well, though it is most likely slotted into that jungle. But with the Rumble pickup, they may want to change up what they're thinking here. Maybe send that Morgana into the mid lane, have a bit more pressure, push power in that mid lane, and just be a general nuisance to whoever they play against in the mid lane. And with the Galio ban, that is a very high possibility. Galio does very, very well into AP champions, and so far it is very heavy AP comp from the Sharks at the moment.
Right.
And the Singed, that is 100% a target ban, because when's
definitely.
when's the last time you saw a Singed ban?
I have not seen a Singed ban as my entire time casting here for Legends at the very least, and I haven't seen a Singed ban in a solo queue for quite some time, but it is going to be that Gnar picked up for Santa Baroni in that top lane, and they are going to give counter towards potentially that mid lane, or it could be a support counter pick.
Yeah, I don't think, it looks like the Rise is, so this does pretty much solidify that the Morgana is most likely going into that jungle there, but still, loads and loads of AP on the Sharks right now. They're going to have a heavy AD champion up in that top lane, or just a massive front line that has 80 damage into it. The Aurelia would be very, very good for the Sharks, I would say, if they decided to go for it there. This could also be a top Rise, so still a lot of flexibility from the Sharks.
Definitely. And we'll see what this last pickup here is coming in from the Sharks. They have 10 seconds left on the clock, but overall, a little bit of a squishy comp drafted from themselves. I think they're looking for a tank top, potentially. And we'll see. They are going slightly over time here, but we'll see what is picked up for them. Just a little bit, okay. But okay. Oh,
okay.
Yep, there's that
There
tank.
we go.
There's that tank. Obletus on that Ornn, and we'll see what the final pickup here is for the Wizards.
Yeah, that is going to be a very strong pickup there, especially with the composition that they've already drafted for themselves. A late game scaling Rise is terrifyingly powerful and very difficult to deal with, and buffed with the Ornn item there, just going to make him even scarier. The Ornn able to buff up all the other items. Morgana is going to be a menace. The Karma with whatever item she goes with, possibly the Imperial Mandate.
Gonna be the Yone potentially picked up here for Amistan. Taking that one, looking to trade really heavily in this mid lane, look for roams, look for some big ultimate plays here, and we'll see how it is going to go. I think the Rumble Yone could work out decently. The Yone does have that knockup on his third Q. However, there isn't too much setup coming in from the Wizards to help out that Rumble, so I don't know how to feel about this.
Well, I mean, there isn't a lot of setup, but the setup they do have, the Yone ultimate, the Gnar ultimate, and the Jhin able to just keep somebody in place, along with the curtain call there. There is still options for setup there. The Polymorph also a good option to deal with, especially if this Versus decides to go the Prowler's Claw build.
Right.
So a lot of options, even though there's not a lot, the options that they do have for setup for the Rumble are very, very strong.
Very, very important setups here, and they do have a lot of long-range engage, if you think about it, right? That Rumble ultimate can be used as that engage tool from that distance, and the curtain call could also be layered on top of that, Yone ultimate, but I do think it would be strongest if they use the Yone ultimate first, followed up by a nice equalizer. But we'll see what's going on here. We should be getting into game C where these champions are going, but I do think we have a solid idea of where everything is going to end up.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see anything special come away between the what the champion picks were and what the draft is. Obviously, the Sharks have massive flexibility with their champions. They can send their champions pretty much all over there. The Ornn can go mid if you really, really wanted to. The Rise can go to top lane. The Karma can go in multiple lanes. Morgana can go in multiple lanes. So,
yep.
A lot of flexibility from the Sharks, but I do believe it is going to be very standard top lane Ornn, jungle Morgana, mid Rise, and then that Varus Karma down there in the bot lane. On the other side, not as much flexibility at all. Unless they do some cheesy stuff like Gnar jungle or something weird like that and put Rumble in the top lane, but I don't think that's going to be the case. Yeah, we see the Gnar picked up here. So it is going to be Gnar versus Ornn in that top lane. I do think both of these champions will have difficulty killing each other, but mini Gnar definitely has the edge with the range.
Personally, what I think could have worked out really well here for the Sharks would have been to flex that Rise to the top lane and have Ornn lane into the Yone. Because Gnar is really, really strong at bullying those melee tanks, you know, the bruisers, anything along those lines, but does not fare as well into those ranged champs like the Quinn, like any of those ranged tops, Vayne, Lucian, even the Rise potentially. But the Ornn is also incredibly tanky and hard for the Yone to deal with. I definitely recommend this for a lot of players. Try taking the set Ornn Malphite into any of those Zeds, Yones, Yasuos. It is very, very strong, and I think it's a little underrated.
Yeah, however, they could still lane swap. They could still send a Bleedus on the Ornn into the mid lane and can caterwall on the Rise into the top lane there. Still an option that they can go for, but Rise is going to do okay into the Yone. Does have a lot of poke to make it difficult to deal with there, and the 2v2 is something that I actually want to talk about there in the top lane, because the Ornn and the Morgana, they do have a lot of lockdown, a lot of options for them to actually win those. I do believe the post 6 though does go to the Gnar and the Rumble, just because the ultimate's there. Then again, the Morgana with the Black Shield able to stop the Gnar from ulting somebody into the wall can be game changing in certain instances there. But this mid lane, I really want to pay attention to the mid lane, because Rise, hyper scaling monster, able to just delete people off the map regardless of how much resistances you have once he reaches that late game power.
Definitely.
Buffed up by the Ornn. This bot lane, it's a Shield Enchanter versus Shield Enchanter, and a poke champion versus a champion that can blow you up with 4 shots. So,
and overall, some well thought out comps here from both sides. Definitely have tools to make big plays, but I think ease of execution would have to go to the Sharks here. They can play either run in, maybe makes things happen with that Ornn engage, or they could just play, peel backwards with the Karma peel, with that Varus ultimate ready to go, and Rise just machine gunning as they run away and kite backwards.
Yeah, a lot of options for both of these teams here. There's multiple ways to fight as well. I don't think sending the Yone in for a solo engage is the smartest of plays. You need to have that Gnar there as the primary engage with that ultimate there. I do believe that a straight up team fight without the Gnar starting the fight is heavily favored for the Sharks. The Ornn ultimate able to just rip through multiple champions can be a deciding factor there. With the Varus Chains of Corruption, the Karma W as well, the Rise with his Rune Prison as well. So a lot of options to lock down single and multiple targets on the enemy team. So have to be very aware of that Gnar bar, knowing that the team fights can sway very heavily for the Sharks without Gnar's Mega Gnar being there.
Definitely. And like you said, lacking frontline without that Gnar is very scary, but don't forget, the Sharks are also susceptible to being blown up if their Ornn is not present. An Equalizer with a Night Harvester will be doing crazy amounts of damage even as this late game does come, because 4 out of 5 targets are incredibly squishy, so if they are able to land a beautiful Equalizer, they're just going to take damage, tick after damage tick, being shredded down very, very fast.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that there. There's without the 2 massive tanks in the front line, the other 4 champions go down very, very quickly, besides maybe the Yone once he gets his Immortal Shield Bow, if that's what he decides to go for. But on the other side, there is Rise does have healing from his runes most likely, so able to put out mass amounts of damage and heal from it as well. The Morgana also able to do a lot of kiting and keep that Yone locked down so he can't actually play the game. There are so many ways for both of these teams to actually come out on top here. It's really hard to analyze which team has the edge on these compositions. They're two very different compositions that want to do the same thing, which is why it's so hard.
Definitely. But I think ease of execution, like I said, has to go to the Sharks. But ease of execution doesn't always matter. We've seen, especially here in the LRS, we've actually seen a lot of teams who've drafted themselves simple to execute comps falter when it comes to big fights. And it's very important to come up with a style that they want to play with this team that they've drafted themselves and play it properly, because the Wizards want to capitalize on mistakes. They have the tools to jump on you with a knife's edge. They have that curtain call opening, they have the equalizer opening, they also have that Gnar or Yone looking to catch out any solo players caught out. But with that, we do have predictions open, ready to go in case you guys do want to use your tokens here. Who do you think is going to win, Wizards or Sharks? And with that, we'll go over to a quick break as we get things set up for game number 2 of the LRS Draft, week number 2. Alrighty guys, here we go. Welcome back to LRS week number 2, game number 2, starting this game off with the Sharks taking on the Wizards. And for the Sharks here on blue side, we got Obletus on that Ornn, Poot Loops on the Morgana, King Caterwall on the Rise, Modderfloss, and Liquid Core JJ rounding out that bottom side with the Varus and Karma duo. On the other side, we have the Wizards with Santa Baroni on that Gnar, Karthik002 on the Rumble, Amistan on that Yone, Molino of Soul, and Spencer rounding out that bottom lane on the Jin Lulu duo.
And this game is already looking to be very, very spicy here. It's going to be very interesting to see what they're going to go for here. As far as the early game, what lanes they're going to be focusing, because it's both these champions have very easy access to take the early game away, but both these teams scaling is very, very strong as well. So we might see a long drawn out game, or we could see what happened last game with 3 kills in the first 3 minutes. So
yep. And what do you think about King Caterwall's start on that mana crystal?
Well, I think it's a very interesting buy. It gives him the access to the refillable potion, so going to be pretty okay with that. And
oh, they did swap.
Yeah, so I really like the mana crystal now. Much easier lane to deal with the Gnar versus the Yone. Yes, it is a melee matchup for the ranged melee matchup for the Rise, but it's still a Yone who can just dash on you in a moment's notice. So I do like the role swap there. Going to make it a little bit more difficult for the Gnar to actually get a hold in this lane. And Ornn going to feel very, very good.
And we do have a pause happening here. I think it is about the the lane swap that did happen.
Yeah.
I think both sides are going over this rule book here. We'll see what happens going on so far, but right now, well,
the rule is that you cannot roll swap, meaning if you lock in the Rise, the Obletus can't play Rise and go mid lane, and King Caterwall can't lock in Ornn and go top lane. That's what's not allowed. But lane swapping is 100% allowed as long as it's within reason. Obviously, if you're going to send your AD carry and then put your mid laner in support, that's a bit difficult. So. Yeah.
Yep. Well, we'll see what the decision is here. I think they are talking to admins right now, so I think it would be a good time to go to a pause to maintain competitive integrity here, just so both sides, they can't look at map states. Alright everyone, welcome back. So, the players are looking to just play this game out here with Obletus in the mid lane instead of King Caterwall. I did actually mess that up when I was talking about order. So, it is going to be King Caterwall up on the top side on the Rise, and Obletus in the mid lane, but it's looking like a big trade here coming in from Amistan in the mid lane, taking that Ornn down to half HP. Very, very early.
Yeah, Amistan also taking a bit of damage there, having to burn both of his potions as well.
Yep.
Or no, burn his one potion.
Yeah,
burn his single potion there. Excuse me.
But the Ornn looking for a big knock-up here on. See, the Yone taking a good trade for himself there. And able to proc some grasp, keeping himself very nice and healthy. But the bot lane, Spencer getting poked out quite a bit.
Yeah, Spencer not having a lot of fun down here in that bot lane, as we do see the force shot going to be blocked up by the shield there. As we do see
Santa Baroni looking for something in the blue side jungle. Morgana and Ornn have rotated up towards that, but it might be Santa Baroni who might have gotten caught out here. They are fighting for the scuttle, but on the bot side there is also a fight going on there. But it is going to be Santa Baroni rooted up, taking a lot of damage. First blood for the Morgana. Bleed is taking a lot of damage as well. Yone looking to make some damage happen, using that Soul Unleashed, taking some mad damage, taking him down. King Caterwall very, very low. Karthik is stuck in that Tormented Soil, taken down, and Amistan's forced to walk away, watch his teammates both fall.
And Amistan needs to be a little bit careful there, because the Morgana binding can spell death for him. The double buffs are going to reset there, and Rai's going to feel pretty good about that, getting 2 assists there, going to help a little bit there. The double cloth armor coming in for the Ornn are going to be a little bit harder for this Yone to actually deal a bit of damage to the Ornn here in that mid lane, and kind of surprising that the Gnar didn't go mid lane to try and get the better option here.
Bleed is looking for the solo kill here. Amistan does have that flash available to him, though, and able to walk away from that one. But while that fight was happening up in the top side, there was also a fight happening in the bot side. Lulu burning her flash, as well as Juanito's Soul forced to burn the heal to keep his support alive.
Yeah, so it is going to be a trade of summers there. The Ignite burned from the Karma there, and versus the flash and the heal from the other bot lane, as Rise doing Rise things up there in the top side of the map there, able to just instantly clear waves. Not fully just yet. The Bramble Vest is finished now for the Ornn. So once again,
very tank
difficult
items right there. Once that Ornn finishes those plated steel caps that I do think he should go for here, he's going to be a very, very happy camper up against this Yone. And even if they were to lane swap, he would also be very happy into the Gnar.
Yeah, both those items very good into him. Unfortunately, not going to have any resistances for the
nice trade from a Bleedus, landed that knockup, but Spencer might be caught out here, able to walk away from that one with that speed up. But King Caterwall taking a decent trade, but able to do some decent damage in return to Santa Baroni, as things just return to a neutral lull state.
We do see
Liquid Core JJ looking to find that root on to Juanito's Soul, taking a lot of damage from the Varus Q, and the arrow does find its mark, and the root is going to land under tower, and the Karma Q barely able to find it. And Santa Baroni looking for a big fight on that top side. King Caterwall taken very, very low, but so is he in exchange for that one. And everyone is just going very, very low, literal 1 HP on everyone, but they're all able to walk away.
Yeah, Rise winning out on that trade, unfortunately for the Gnar there, means he has to go ahead and go back. And we do see the Gnar's going a bit of a different start here, has the Null Magic Mantle and the boots, so going for those MR boots there, as we do see a push into the mid lane here with the Lulu, but it's Ornn. Killing Ornn is not easy for anybody.
Nope. Not with the Bramble Vest.
Yeah, so it's just going to be able to push this lane out there. Actually has a minor CS lead.
Looking forward again, able to land that knock-up. Not able to find that Brittle Auto, though, so Amistan able to walk away just barely.
The Brittle Auto is procced when he's knocked up.
Oh, right. The knock-up procced.
Yep. Hold on. Liquid Forte is actually
finding that root onto Spencer. Is he going to be able to find the kill? The flash forward able to complete that one. Ignite is down. Heal is going to be used to keep Liquid Core JJ alive. Exhaust is there as well. So Juanito's Soul going to be able to walk away from this one potentially. He's looking to find the trade kill on to Liquid Core JJ. Able to find that Dark Harvest, but it's a double kill for the Varus. Miter Flaws 2-0.
Yeah, almost able to get the trade kill back at least, but it is going to be a double kill for this Varus. We're going to feel very, very good about that.
Also up 20 CS. Things are not looking good for the Wizards.
Yeah, Wizards are struggling a bit.
Looking for the play here. Does not... is able to find that Dark Harvest Harpoon, but the Varus doing so much damage. The shield is there. Is it going to be enough? No. Miter Flaws able to find a second kill for himself once again, or third kill, rather.
Yeah, so as far as very, very far ahead, sitting on
But
2,000
they're
gold.
looking to contest Santa Baroni as he walks up here, building up his mega bar. King Caterwall playing very, very patiently, gonna root him up. Not actually able to find the root until very, very late. They're also fighting the bot side, but King Caterwall, they're not actually able to find Santa Baroni.
Yeah, unfortunately missing out on that Q damage there, and the Gnar bar was too close to getting the Mega Gnar, and he was way too close to that wall. Had to get out of there very quickly. But this does mean that the Morgana has prio on that Rift Herald there. We do see that Yone is heading down here, but is going to be spotted out by the Karma. The Dragon looks like is going to be started up by the Rumble because the Morgana is on the top side, trading it for the Rift Herald here. So
Creative objectives here, topside for bot, but Santa Baroni getting slowed down by that Rune Prison, and King Caterwall just able to burn his mana bar, actually.
yeah, not a lot of mana left for the Rise here, despite having...
Hoot Loops has made his return up to the top side, but spotted out by that little ward there.
Yeah, so it is going to be the...
Karma Q landing.
Not much coming out of it, though, because the Varus was too far back.
chunk.
Lulu being...
Oh, she's being zoned away from her own ward. Forced to walk away. Able to dodge out on this one. The Equalizer is available. They might look for it. Flash forward. Slow is going to land. The Harpoon is doing a lot, but here comes the Equalizer, and Karma's just burning to death, taken down. The mid side, though, Bleed is looking for a trade onto Amistan. They're looking to dive Minor Floss, force the flash, and he is able to walk out of that one, but in exchange for his Summoner. But that arrow doing a lot of work onto Karthik.
Yeah, already the... Sorry, Dirk, hold on.
The mid side, Amistan taking a lot of damage. Here comes the Orn Horde. Is it going to land? It's going to flash it, and Bleed is forced to tank, but here comes the Fate Steel. But it's not going to land, and he's just going to go to his death.
Oh, that was such nice moves. The big man...
Here comes that Infernal, or not Infernal Chains, Corrupted Chains, and King Caterwall TPing onto the bot side. Spencer taking a lot of damage, and Juanito looking for the play, but Abletus is there too, and he's flashing forward. The heal is burned. Here comes the knockup, and it's a flash forward from King Caterwall, claiming that kill.
It is going to be a double kill for King Caterwall there in that bot lane TP. Very nice, and the Rift Herald is going to be used in the mid lane. A little bit of gold for the Morgana, who's already 3-0. Very, very strong. Going to get some more damage down on this tower using the Rift Herald to great effect. Varus is going to take some platings as well, and we're already looking at nearly a 5,000 gold lead.
That is a very scary prospect here, especially since the Sharks definitely do have that scaling team with that Ornn, with that Rise, and Varus and Morgana to help him get through this early game. But Santa Baroni able to claim up some plays for himself, but he has no wards, and he's going to be caught out by the Morgana. Here comes that Tormented Soil Smite is down, and the Soul Shackles are actually not going to be used just yet. Able to find that Dark Binding, and here come the Soul Shackles forcing the flash, but here comes the Realm Warp, and they are not going to take it. Caterwall is going to take it, and it's right into Karthik 032, but a beautiful Equalizer going to land onto 2, but King Caterwall is just too far ahead, able to take him down, but Amistat has arrived. He's looking for the play, does not have the Fate Seal, but King Caterwall is stuck on the roof. Here comes that Soul Shackle something? Nope. And it's shut down, going over to the Gnar. Amistan not able to claim that one up. And the Equalizer looks so good, just not able to find it.
Yeah, it did slow down the Rise, but unfortunately he was still well within range of the Rumble there. Able to get both of those kills, but does trade his life, or get one of those kills, but was trading his life for it. Fortunately, the Yone didn't get an assist. He didn't even get the kill either, so nothing gained from that roam for the Yone. Actually losing a bit more damage onto his tower, now down to 1 plating there because the Ornn and the Karma there. Lulu did come up to try and protect. Hold on, we got to fight here.
Oh, looking for the play onto the Ornn, but Yone just doesn't really do all that much just yet.
Yeah, not much healing coming out from that Vampiric Scepter there, unfortunately.
The wave is frozen on bot side. Juanito Soul just can't walk up to get that CS, but Abletus looking for the trade back in return, able to land that knockup, but Abletus just not able to do that much damage, but hey, he's not meant to.
Yeah, and Abletus is playing this lane very, very well here. It actually looks like he's going for the Merc Treads instead of the... Hold on, it looks like Juanito Soul might be in a little bit of trouble. They're looking for it on Juanito Soul,
but they're going to land from that Deadly Flourish, keeping him alive. And Minor is looking for the play, but here comes Amistan looking for another trade in the mid lane. Is he going to be able to find it? That is the question. And he's going to miss that Q, so he's going to have to back away.
We do see, hold on. Oh, it's going
the
to hit.
Corrupted Chains are landing, and that's a lot of damage. Ignite down, forcing the Hugify onto Juanito's soul, but Spencer might be the sacrificial lamb on the top side, though. Santa Baroni looking to outplay Caden Caterwall, but no, the phase rush enough gave him away, but here comes the Equalizer, and he's going to be taken down by Karthik002. First kill on, or fourth kill on the board for him. But Ornborn coming out, here comes the King of Bleedus, but he's not able to find the knockup, and that Fate Sealed is able to seal that Orn's fate in his fountain. It's solo kill for Amistan in that mid lane.
That pun was cringe.
Hey man, I saw the opportunity, I had to take it. Come on.
Yeah. But we are going to see the gold is going to, lead is going to shrink a little bit. Actually, no, it's going to remain about the same, about 4,000 gold here, but some more experience, or plates going to the Nard here, and
yep.
it looks like the Sharks are going to get the second dragon of the game there, so 1-1 in dragons here.
Mm-hmm.
And we are going to get the Mountain Soul. And when you're playing Ornn and you see a Mountain Soul, you kind of just
happy
smile
boy.
and delight.
Yeah. I know when I'm playing Ornn, I'm like, Mountain Soul, thank you very much. You know, it's basically just saying, oh, you're a tank? Have even more. And the blue buff's actually going to be stolen from Spencer. Great work for him. Amistan looking for the play, forcing Liquid Core JJ's flesh. But Spencer able to claim that blue buff for himself, the little Lulu, fighting back.
Yeah, and on the other side, they're going to get both buffs too, because the Rumble is going to take it, and Rise is very far up here. Could be the subject of yet another gank here, but the
we're not actually going to spot him out.
Yeah, the blue trinket is going to be popped, which means using the blast gun to get over is not going to be in the card, so he's just going to reset here. They did see that the blue buff was taken, though. There is a ward there. So gonna know that it is taken. Morgana not gonna be very happy about this Rumble all up in his jungle, but she is also 4-0, so not gonna be too bent up about it this time around.
And it looks like a 4-man rotation, or 3-man rotation with Oblivious and King Caterwall just staying in their solo lanes looking for this Rift Herald. But King Caterwall might be taken out here by Santa Baroni. He's looking for the play Strikebreaker forward. Is it going to be enough? He's just walking forward, and the Gnar is going to go wide. And Santa Baroni might have just bitten off more than he can chew. But on the mid side of Bleed is taking a lot of damage from Amistan. Still has that soul available to him, but that's a lot of damage from the Chains of Corruption. And Amistan taking very low. Shield Bow is proc, but here comes the Fate Sealed. Is it going to be enough? It is not. He's stuck in the middle of 3. Going to be taken down by the Ornn.
Yeah, just a lot going on there. Unfortunately, not able to take either member down there, and the mid lane tower is now going to go down in response there. So first tower of the game going down for the side of the Sharks there, and a very commanding lead. Yeah, they're also going to get the Rift Herald here, so
5K.
Feeling very, very good about their position here.
5K gold lead, like you said, was creeping up, has been achieved, actually just slightly more. But it is looking like the Sharks have a good hold over this game. But right now, you know, I think right now the Wizards need to find something, some play to make happen, but they just don't have the money.
Yeah, just getting slapped around by the wallets here.
Santa Baroni jumping forward, but Coot Loops is there, the Rune Piercing going to land, Mega Gnar is not available, and the Dark Binding going to land, and the Tormented Soul going to help King Cater will claim up that kill.
Yeah, Everfrost, kind of a fun item, and not very fun for the Gnar. Yeah, fun and interactive there. Just press an item ability, and now you can't move, and you get locked up by multiple CC chains there. So it should be the tower going down here. Hold on.
Spencer gonna be caught out by the Dark Binding, the Tormented Soil doing a lot to keep him there, but here comes the Hugify, keeping himself alive for a little bit longer, but Varus able to claim that one with a sniper shot with that arrow, and Amistan might be caught out here using his Fate Seal, doing some mad damage. Is he going to be able to find it? He is able to claim one, not able to find that dive or the red side. Sharks looking for more, but Santa Baroni has TP, has no Mega Gnar, able to dodge out of that one with the hop. Is he going to be able to find it? That is the question. Here comes the Soul Shackles, the Rune Prison keeping him in place, but Pootloop's taken very, very low. Not going to be taken down just yet. Flash forward, and it is going to be the Gnar claiming that one. Shut down for Santa Baroni. They're looking for the re-engage onto King Caterwall under the tower. Gnar going to land, and Santa Baroni taking this one up, and Amistan able to claim that one. That is a 2-for-1, or 3-for-1 in favor of the Sharks.
Yeah, and it is also going to be a turret taken down here as, hold on.
Minor Flaws might be caught out. Here comes the Equalizer, flashing forward, flashing away, but the execution coming in from Minor Flaws.
Oh, that was beautiful. I love it. That was so beautiful for Minor Flaws there. as he's also going to get a lot of damage down onto the 602 on the scoreline for this Varus there. Able to flash out of the Rumble's ultimate there, the equalizer, and the curtain call as well there. And then just basically insta-burst the Karthik there on that Rumble. I'm pretty sure even Karthik's like, what just happened here? Not
How did I
sure
disappear? I've been removed from the game. Where have I gone is what's running through Karthik's head right now. That Varus damage is just insanity. Didn't even have the Chains of Corruption, or didn't use the Chains of Corruption there. It was one shot.
He 100% did. It's just on a very short cooldown.
Oh, wait, true. Oh my god, it's already almost up, but it looks like Dragon Priority has been claimed up here by the Sharks. They have set up some decent vision here, but it is a 5-man rotation. King Caterwall is still on the top side, has the teleport available to him, as well as that Realm Warp, but they're looking to make something happen here for this Dragon. Equalizer isn't available as well, so is the Gnar Curtain Call almost there. Teleport coming in, and they're looking for the play.
Yeah, and Gnar doesn't have Mega Gnar anymore. That has expired.
Oh, they burned the Mega Gnar too early. Looking to start this one up. Binding gonna land on to the Gnar. Here comes the Ornn Horn, and that Obletus is gonna claim that kill. Spencer knocked up by by that Ornn, and he's taking a lot of damage. Karthik using that equalizer. It's just not able to find anything, and it's looking like a team fight win for the Sharks. And Amistan trying to make a trade kill happen, just not able to do it. 5-4-0 in favor of the Sharks.
Yeah, and it is going to be a fight for the second Dragon. They are going to take the second Dragon here at 19 minutes. Baron is not going to be up in time, though, for them to go ahead and just transfer over to that one.
Yeah, and that was just a clean team fight from the Sharks, just able to finally engage after the Mega Gnar was burned, not afraid to step up as that Gnar bar did run out, and just able to find everything they wanted and more.
Yeah, and they pick up the Dragon. They also pick up a turret in the mid lane
Raid
as
the
well.
forest.
Yeah, and this is now almost a 9,000 gold lead for the side of Sharks here. Very far in the head, 7-0-4 for the Varus there, 5-1 and 8 for the Morgana there, and then 5-2 and 4 for the Ornn as well. Just very strong score lines across the board. The gold is heavily in their hands, as we already see the Varus about to finish that Manamune, going to transform very soon, has another serrated Dirk in his inventory as well. The Seraph's Embrace already completed for the Rise there, and Ornn, level 12, 2 more levels, and he can start giving those items to people.
The ornament going to come through at level 13 for himself, and like you said, the rest of the team looking forward to their little own trinkets, upgrades to their items, giving them a lot more stats. But right now, they don't even need the ornaments to stay relevant because they are already so far ahead. And on the bot side, Amistan looking to take some fight against Obletus, but that man is just way too tanky. And Ornn is just running at him, walking him down like the tanky he is. Here comes that Ornn Horn. Shield bow is proc, but Rumble is there. They're looking to make it happen, but the Soul Harbor's doing so much work, and it is going to be the double kill, 700 gold over to Amistan, but on the mid side, they were able to claim up Juanito's Soul and Spencer.
Yeah, so it ends up being a map-wide 2-for-1 trade as the Baron is started by King Caterwall.
Taking a lot of damage, though. He is very, very low. Equalizer not available, though, and they're just going to have to give this Baron because they lost the entire bot lane.
Look how quickly it's going down.
It's going down so fast. Machine gun go burr, and Varus damage, or Varus execution damage is insane. As that
it is
Baron
going
goes
to be
over.
traded for an outer tower down there in the bot lane.
Second tower for the Wizards being taken. And Santa Baroni might be walking up a little bit too far here, but they aren't going to look to grab that one just yet. The red buff has been reset.
Yeah, not a lot of mana left for the minor flaws there, so he's most likely going to be taking a reset once he gets to a safe location here. Making sure that he is very far away, and he's going to take the wolves first before he goes ahead and backs here. Sitting on 1,700 gold here. So.
Oh, Pulu's might be caught out, forced the flash. Spencer finding something there with the help of Karthik 002.
Now we are going to see with the flash burn there, so no flash ultimates from Pootloops.
Oh, Pootloops almost finds the binding onto Spencer, but using that Shirelia's Reverie as well has the W, just moving her really, really fast, keeping her out of danger.
Yeah, and
Oh, Karthik being rooted up here. The Tormented Soul doing a lot of damage. Karma Q is going to go wide.
Yeah, but that is still half HP on Karthik there.
Yep.
So, gonna have to play this a bit more conservatively.
And the red buff has started ticking now, gaining health really, really fast. but he is just going to walk towards his base here, and it looks like the avenue has been gained from the Sharks to move towards wherever they want. They have a lot of vision set up around the entrances, but good defensive force coming in from the Wizards, but they're looking on the Horn.
Blues might be in a little bit of trouble. No, he's just going to go ahead and back out here. Spencer might be going to a pretty ambitious place, but has the team behind him. But meanwhile,
taking a lot of damage.
On,
Karthik taking so much damage here, but the Equalizer used on the wave to make sure they can't do any more damage to that tower. But Pootloop's very, very low as well. Both junglers taking half HP. And Amistan looking for the play once again onto Oblitas, doing a decent amount of work here. Amistan is able to take that Ornn down to half HP with that trade pattern, and very happy with that one, as he does have the sustained advantage. But Spencer taking very low, forcing the flash! Is Minor Flaws forcing Spencer away.
Oh, if he aimed that, he might have been able to just kill the Lulu there.
Oh! The Karma Q not going to be able to hit, but Bonito's Soul taken very low from Minor Flaws. That Varus damage is very, very strong. Has that Collector as well, so he doesn't even need to take them all the way down. Able to just take them down 5% and they disappear. But Gnar looking for something, forcing the flash from Minor Flaws is going to be rooted up, slowed down, and Liquid Core JJ is looking to make something happen, able to find it, but the Equalizer down onto him as well. But Minor Flaws might be caught out by Amistan. Here comes that Fate Seal that's doing so much work, 1,000 gold to the Yone. Karthik very low, caught out by King Caterwall. Spencer might be caught on the wrong side as well. Here comes the Ornn Horn on to Spencer. Amistan is there looking for something. He's very, very strong, but he has no ultimate. Forcing the stopwatch, and Rise doing so much work here, not able to find it, and they're just very, very low. Health bars are so incredibly low, but they are able to walk away and potentially claim up this Mountain Dragon. But we need a soul. He's going to be caught out here. Here comes that blue trinket. King Caterwall looking to make something happen here. This is most certainly death for Bonito's Soul. That 1E did so much damage, that ruined Flux. And here comes the little skill shot. No. Is it going to happen? Is it going to happen? That is the question. Nope. The Rune Prison going to be used to take you down, Bonito's Soul.
Yeah, that point and click there is going to be a third dragon taken away for the side of Sharks here. Now, 10,000 gold in the lead there. We're already starting to see the Ornn items come in here. The Everfrost now turned into the Eternal Winter. So,
yep.
The scaling is just going to magnify from here, unfortunately, for the side of Wizards here. The chances of them coming back, it has to be multiple mistakes from...
Just under 10k.
Yeah, it has to be multiple mistakes from the Sharks for them to come back.
But this might be one of them. King Caterwall taking a decent amount of damage here. The Blast Cone is not available, but Amistan taken very, very low. Has that Immortal Shield bow available to him, and the Fate Seal is going to go wide, but the Crescendo used from that Lulu able to keep Amistan alive, claiming up that kill onto the Rise. King Caterwall cut out on his own.
Yeah, the Polymorph also doing a lot of work there to stop it, as Morgana does Morgana things in the jungle, but
yep.
The shutdown going to be very, very big for the Yone there. Getting
Yone is very strong.
There. Yeah, has the LDR, has the Infinity Edge, so the Ornn is going to struggle against him in that side lane. Now, we do see the Chemtech Putrefier built for the Karma though, so giving healing cut to all members of her team there. Liquid
and that's going to be very helpful, especially up against that Yone, whose only way to play this game is through lifesteal alone.
Yeah, and we did see how close the fight was between the Rise and the Yone there. If Lulu had not intervened, it might have been a victory for the Rise there. So,
but Amistan might be caught out here. Karma running forward with that Shirley's Reverie. The binding gonna go wide, and Yone able to walk away there with that soul, keeping himself out of harm's way. Soul unbound, keeping him very, very alive.
Yeah, and we do see that there is a 5-man stack here on this top side of the map, getting ready for this Baron. Corridors are not your friend though, not against a Rumble.
Nope. Oh, Santa Baroni able to find a beautiful engage. Here comes the Gnar, but here comes the Ornn Horn on top of that. Equalizer has not been used just yet, but it is going to be the shutdown onto Minor Flaws on the back end of that one. Amistan able to find that one, but King Caterwall is alive and well, able to output that damage, but the Rumble has fallen. But Amistan is still alive, has that red buff ticking. King Caterwall is very strong as well, though. But they're looking for the play again, and he's going to be rooted up. Here comes Amistan looking for the play. Hugify knocking up King Caterwall, and he's going to be taken down. Oblitas is tanky, but he is not strong enough to last against 4. And he is going to be able to die, and this could be a Baron turn.
Yeah, and this is exactly what I was talking about. Mistakes from the other side is what gets the Wizards back into this game, and that was a massive mistake there, giving away so much gold, and now the Baron as well. It's not gonna go very, very fast.
Not the fastest.
Yeah,
Karma is up. Oh, it's gonna be close.
Yeah, teleports up from King Caterwall, but definitely not gonna get there in time. Yeah, no, this Baron is going to be taken away here. So it is going to be Baron on all 5 members. Rumble was able to respawn in time, so the turnaround there, look at the gold. It is now just it's now only 4,000 gold. It was 10,000 gold at one point.
They pulled back a 5,000 gold swing, only losing the Rumble in that fight. And they fought where the Wizards want to fight, in a corridor. They got caught out, they got comboed, and they died. The Gnar was able to find a beautiful Mega Gnar ultimate into the wall, finding 3, and that's exactly what you want to see out of Santa Barone here in this game.
Yeah, and it looks like the next battle will be around this dragon here. They will have the Baron long enough for this dragon fight here. Not sure how much they're going to be able to get done. They're still down in gold, so the enemy team does still have the stronger items here. We are waiting to see, or waiting for the Ornn to hit the L15 for the next Ornn upgrade. Here as Yone tries to take the scuttle, but does not manage to succeed. So it is going to be free vision for the side of Sharks, as we got a stack here going on.
Yep. Q gonna go wide from the Varus, but it is looking like a good stack here. A Fnatic Deathbrush, if I've ever seen one, coming in from the Sharks, looking up on that riverside towards that blue buff. But right now, everyone is standing on a moment's notice. They're looking for that dime to fall. They're looking for that coin drop to make this play happen. This is the sole fight for the Sharks, but the Wizards need to take this fight to deny that mountain.
Yeah, and
but Rise is just split pushing in that mid lane. Rise is not there. Here comes the Ornn Horn. Karthik is stunned up. The Cage of Corruption going to land, and the Ornn is taken down. But Poot Loop's taking a lot of damage. Gnar into the wall once again. Beautiful engagement from Santa Barone, and it is going to be Amistan claiming up that mountain's dragon. But here comes the curtain call. Landed some decent shots onto Core JJ, but Santa Barone very, very low. Minor Floss is low as well, but they aren't able to find very much. But Amistan able to find the Fate Sealed onto Core JJ and onto Minor Floss. He's doing so much work. King Caterwall has shown up, but that Rise is instantly going to lead that Jhin. Amistan trying to make something happen. Oblique is taken very low, but King Caterwall might be taken out. He is! And it is going to be a team fight win for the Wizards, but they did give up their mid inhibitor and tower in exchange for that. And the Drake. Oh no, they got the Drake.
Yeah, they did manage to get the Dragon. The Yone did manage to steal it, able to stop the Morgana from using the smite there. But this game has now gone from just a dominant performance from the Sharks, and now they're struggling to close it out here. The mid inhibitor is correct though, so a single team fight win for the side of Sharks ends the game.
Doom.
Yeah, it just ends the game at that point there. They do manage to take out, I believe it's just the AD carry there. I do believe it's just Juanita Soul.
I think Juanita Soul and Karthik did fall during that fight.
Yeah,
but
Karthik did
Amistan able to make things happen with that Yone, the Fade Seal, the Soul Unbound, just doing so much damage.
Yeah, able to go ahead and pull the game back from the brink there. Once again, this Yone is now very, very strong. Has 4 items, has the stopwatch in inventory, most likely going for that Guardian Angel. So, and also level 17, highest level in the game, by the way. We do see the next Ornn item. Hold on.
Oh, the binding, not able to stop him from using that Soul Unbound return. So, Amistan able to get out of that one. But the ornaments have come through, level 15 hit, and it is going to be the Duskblade upgrade, which is actually the Drakthar Shadow Carver.
Oh yeah, that sounds so cool. I love
that. That is a pretty awesome name, but it looks like mid-priority has been collected by the Wizards here, pushing up.
Yeah, they are going to try
but they have
and
Machine Gun.
Yeah, look how much damage that did.
Machine Gun, Raiko, Burr. That's basically what happened there.
Without Baron, it is actually impossible for the Wizards to actually push up in this lane. And we see they are going to try and catch this Ornn out, but they're all just Ornn's just going to disengage after catching or sending that wave towards the enemy team. But yeah, the amount of push pressure or stalling that the Rise is capable of doing has the 3 core items: the Eternal Winter, Seraph's Embrace. I was about to say Seraphine's Embrace. Whoops. The Seraph's Embrace and the Death Cap there. All three of those items, very, very good on the rise there. Able to just mop waves up pretty much
Oh,
instantaneously.
Karthik rooted up here. Are they going to look for the play? They are not. So it's just going to be that binding use, just tossed out, non-committal engage.
We do also see that the Edge of Night is completed for the Varus here, so a little bit harder to actually target him in fights. The Zanya is completed for has been completed for the Morgana. Had that for a while now, so able to get into the middle of enemy teams with the Soul Shackle, and generally the items are coming online for the side of Sharks here. Most of them on 3 to 4 items here. Yone is a massive problem. They have to lock him down and just burst him out, because you let Yone free roam through a fight, that's how he beats you. If you can lock him down to where he can't fight back, that is how you kill him. He is not a very tanky champion at all, so...
Definitely. It's all going to be about them shutting down Amistan. He has stepped up here as this mid-game has drawn into the late game and made fights happen. He's able to make some big plays with that Fate Unsealed, able to find angles, able to take down Minor Flaws, shut down that lead, but he's also able to take down King Caterwall as well. Those are the two they have to look for. It's on King Caterwall and Minor Flaws to carry this game for the Sharks, and right now they're just getting picked off by that Yone when on cooldown, essentially.
Yeah, there's just not enough protection. Using the smite there, actually.
Smite right before the Baron, and Amistan to find some decent damage onto Oblitus. Here comes Santa Baroni looking for the play, not able to find it. He's going to be rooted up, he's stuck down. Here comes the Ornn Horn onto Spencer, taken very, very low, not able to knock up the Jhin though, but Ornn is taken very, very low. He is going to be taken down, he is unstoppable, forcing the flash, but King Caterwall able to find, or Minor Flaw is able to find that kill. Juanito's Soul is looking for, but here's the Fate Unsealed! It's 4, and it's so much damage, and they're able to claim that one up, and that Minor Flaw is still alive though, is still strong, but Karthik and Amistan are still alive. They're looking to take him down, but Minor Flaws is incredibly strong. They might not be able to do it.
Yeah, and we do see that the hold on. Decent
Damage onto Amistan. Inhibitor is up, but the minion wave is there for Amistan to look to lifesteal off of. He's looking for the play. Here it comes. The shield bow has been popped. Zonia's is there. Keep him alive. And the Q is actually not going to go in time. The timing was off. Firefall is trying to take down this inhibitor. Has the cooldowns available to him. He's going to take it down. Arrow going to go wide once again, but he's just looking to take home that inhibitor. He's caught on the wrong side of the map. And Karthik is doing that dragon, but here comes Amistan using that soul unbound, and he's going to be able to take him down. Shut down for Amistan once again, and the Mountain Dragon is claimed up, but in exchange for their inhibitor.
Yeah, it is going to be the inhibitor taken down successfully by Minor Flaws there. It is traded for the third dragon. It is not the soul yet.
Soul point for both teams.
Yeah, we are now at the maximum amount of dragons that can be taken before the soul here. 36 minutes in this game as Yone can solo this. Yone 100% can solo the Baron. And without Minor Flaws there, can they even contest?
Oh, Spencer, not going to be hit by the binding. Able to keep that one, but they are looking. Minor Flaws has fallen. Oblitus finds the knock-up onto the Jhin. Here comes the Ornn Horn onto maybe 3. He's able to find the knock-up onto Juanito's Soul and Spencer. They're very, very low, but Amistan also taken incredibly low. Has no stopwatch available to him. King Caterwall taken down, though, and Amistan might just be able to run over this team fight all on his own. Karthik is there as well, doing some decent damage, but Pootloop's able to claim that one, but Spencer is still alive. Karthik's going to be taken out, but it's just Pootloops versus the Gnar and the Spencer and the Lulu, and it is going to be them taken down. Boulder going to go wide, but Pootloops is very dead, but Spencer walked up and got caught by the binding, but it is going to be a solo kill for Santa Baroni, but they're looking to have to base and take down these super minions in their base.
Yeah, that is a quadra kill for Pootloops there on the Morgana, and once again, it's a 4-for-4 trade because the Varus wasn't there, and that, remember, that was a 4v5 without their very fed Varus that they did manage to go even with, and they even get a Nexus turret out of it as well.
Oh no.
This game is on a knife's edge.
This game could go either way. It is so incredibly close. Soul is up in 3 minutes. Baron is live and ticking, but one team fight win where it's 5-for-1. Sorry, my bad. If any single carry lives on either team, the game ends.
Yeah, the death timers are very, very long here. I mean, it would be a little bit difficult for the side of... It would be hard for the Wizards because they still have to go through 4 towers in the mid lane, or in all of their lanes there to end the game there. And if just one person lives, I don't think they can do it, which will extend the game even longer. But it looks like the Baron dance is once again going to be started here, clearing out the vision. Rise is heading down to that bot side. Does have the teleport available. Yone does not have a teleport at all, so he is going to start rotating up there to that top side here as Morgana goes ahead and takes her blue buff there. And we do see that the Ornn item, Leandri's Lament, is finished for the Morgana as well. So while the gold lead is only about a 2k gold lead for the Sharks, we have to remember that the stats from each of these Ornn items is about 1,000 gold for each one of those. So still a massive gold lead for the Sharks here, as we got a massive push down into the mid lane here.
This time, Emistan does have that Guardian Angel, so he can play a little bit more recklessly, and they're just able to cut through this avenue, take down the mid-tier 2, looking for a little bit more. Rise down on this bot side, but Window Soul taken to half HP from 1 Q from the Varus, but that is taken very, very low. Able to dodge away from that knockup is Amistan. Is he going to try and go over the wall? He is able to find it, but Santa Baroni stuck on the wrong side as well. Here comes the Ornn Horn. It is going to land, but a beautiful wall up onto 2. They're looking for the play. Is it going to work? They are looking, but it's only onto the Ornn, and Santa Baroni taken very, very low. Obleed is able to find 1, but King Caterwall has shown up, taking down that Gnar, and Amistan taken very low as well, and this could be a Baron turn for the Sharks.
Yeah, it
they
is
found
a
the big pick.
Yeah, it is a big pick. It is a 1-for-0 here.
Oh, the Realm Warp.
Oh. Yeah, Realm Warp is going to be taken there, and yeah, they're already going to start moving towards it. We do see that the Jhin is resetting. Not going to be able to get there in
not
time.
the right time. They're not there. Oh, blue team has slain it. They're looking to maybe try and look for fight, but they cannot, and they are able to claim this Baron, and this is going to be incredibly difficult for the Wizards to play around.
Oh, look how big that Ornn is, man.
That Ornn is gigantic. That man is the size of a mountain.
Yeah, has the Iron Elixir. That's why he's so big.
Oh, flash forward, and Soul, or Fate Seal forced, just so King Caterwall cannot find the root. Another ornament.
Yeah, the last Ornn item, it's going to be the Shirelia's Requiem. Well, I love that name, Requiem.
That's a great name. And Dragon spawning up here in just over 30
King
seconds.
Caterwall might be caught out. Hold on.
Oh,
no.
Nope.
They're not going to go aggressive on him. He's going to get out.
Oh, Karma's backing. 25 seconds left before the Dragon does spawn up here. There's a soul fight, but Baron is available, and Teleport is available still on Rise, so he can look to maybe have a backdoor happen. Look at that top wave crashing into that tier 2. But Ornn looking to go forward a little bit, go aggressive, and Mega Gnar is very, very close to proccing. Do not want to proc that one right before the fight.
Yeah, he's stopped auto-attacking. He is waiting, playing
Spencer and Amistan might be caught out here. They're split. Amistan is going to tank that Ornn Horde, but here comes the Gnar. Beautiful into the wall, but it isn't going to be enough. The Equalizer is onto 2, and the Chains of Corruption is going to land onto Santa Baroni, and that means the entire team, but Amistan able to find it. He is going to be using that Guardian Angel, but King Caterwall very, very low, but he's machine gun spelling. Isn't enough. Amistan is stuck in the middle of 3, and he's going to be taken down, and that is just a team fight win. Quadra kill for King Caterwall as he does fall, but the Sharks win this fight.
Yeah, and that should be game here.
That should be game.
They just need to push the minions in, but it is an open inhibitor, 1 Nexus turret left, and Baron empowered minions as well. So yeah, this should be the game here. Very hard fought from the Wizards, almost taking it back from the brink, but the scaling from the Rise was just too much, unfortunately.
Machine gun go burr is exactly what happened, and this was a lot closer than it should have been considering the lead that the Sharks did have.
Yeah, and
with that, they take it home.
Yeah, and that is going to be game. Going over to the Sharks there in a very hard fought back and forth mid-game into that late game there. Unfortunately, just wasn't able to close it out for the side of the Wizards there. But still, really good job from both these teams. We saw what can happen if the Sharks get a lead, and we saw that the Wizards can play from behind very, very well. So
definitely
great job to both of those teams.
The games were on, or this game was on a knife's edge. It could have swung either way, but we saw that the Sharks were able to grab themselves a pretty solid early game there, especially playing through Mr. Minor Flaws there. Able to find some big arrows, some big damage, but King Caterwall, that late game carry on that Rise, just outputting damage through those spells, just doing so much work. But hands down, a lot of good plays from the Wizards. Santa Baroni finding some great engages on that Gnar. Amistan able to do some mad work. Able to take down King Caterwall and Minor Flaws multiple times, taking down those carries. And Karthik able to find some great equalizers as well. A lot of good things to say about both sides. The Sharks had some great carry play. Oblitas doing his job as the tank, and the Wizards, Amistan, Santabroni, and Karthik just able to find some big plays.
Yeah, very, very clean draw, or not
Mhm.
clean. That was a messy game. That was what's that? 78 kills between the two teams
Something
there.
like that, man. It was a long one. Yeah, 78.
78 kills in a 41 and a half minute game there. So
Mhm.
very messy game, but it does end up going over to the Sharks there.
Look at the
So,
damage charts.
oh my god.
Look at the damage charts. They are insane. Amistan just
Like,
putting in a
in
lot
what
of work.
world is 40,000 that low on the chart? Look at how much damage the Yone did.
That is insanity there. 56k, just barely scraping over that 55k mark here for Yone. That was a lot of damage, and I was expecting King Caterwell to do a lot more considering how fast everyone was dying on the side of the Wizards. But then again, it was a very squishy team. Not very many big meatball targets to hit there for the Rise. So I can see why the damage numbers aren't as high as they could be. The tank was there on the side of the Sharks. The Gnar just not nearly as tanky as that Ornn.
Yeah.
Yep.
But very good job from both teams once again. There's not much more to say to that. That was just a very hard fought game from both sides. I mean,
Definitely.
look at the score lines from these players here. 15, 9, and 12 from King Caterwall there. Amistan 15, 6, and 9. 13, 4, and 10 from Minor Flaws on that Varus. 11, 5, and 18. Just so many kills across the board there.
Yep. And with that, I think it's a good point to mention that the player of the game poll is open in case you guys do want to vote for that. And we are going to cut to a quick break as you guys do vote for that, so we can announce that, as soon as we're back. So we'll be back in like 5 minutes as we do get these results in. Don't forget to vote, see who takes it home, and vote for your favorite player on the Sharks, I guess. So we'll be back.
welcome back to the analyst desk, and it looks like your player of the game is going to be none other than Minor Flaws V2 on the Varus, going 13-4-10. Lethality Varus is a monster, and he proved that today. What are you guys' opinions on this game?
It's really fine that assassin items are good on 80 carries, guys. It's really, really great decision making from Riot Games here. But what more can I say than Minor Flaws played that Lethality Varus incredibly well. Like, he was able to find some big advantages in that bot lane, ended up flame horizoning his lane opponent, and just able to output damage from so far away, staying safe, barely getting caught out here. Only able to get caught when team fights were starting to wind down, when his team got engaged on, he was able to be picked on.
Oh, I don't know what more I can say about that game. That was something.
You
was
have to give the Amastan on that Yone. He had a rough laning phase. He had to go against the Orin, but he came back and he almost carried the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. The damage numbers speak for themselves.
100%. If that was a castle win, then I think Wizards win.
The target selection coming in from Amistan was incredible, though, able to find the picks on to both King Caterwall and Minor Flaws, but in the end, Minor Flaws was just able to stay safe enough that it took too long for him to die, especially in that last team fight. It was that assassination attempt on him that ended up saving the game, because he died so late into the fight, later than he should have, or than I would have expected him to. The Ryze was just able to DPS like a madman.
Ryze just using the Zhonya's there, immediately once the Gnar jumped on top of him. So avoiding the stun, avoiding all the damage there, and then once he comes out of Zhonya's, there's 3 people, enemy members, right on top of him for him just be like EQ, 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 EQ. Oh, look, you're all dead. Like, and then he ends up getting a quadra kill there, going down to the Yone, almost pulling that team fight back from the brink, but the game just ends there because Yone just doesn't have enough health to withstand the various damage from his Q.
Yep.
No,
it was a very, very crazy game.
Now the question is, should have Yone switch up his build a little bit?
I think his build was actually pretty good here, considering what he was playing into.
Because I do too, but like, do you think he should have like maybe bought Asterix Gauge or?
He cannot buy Asterix Gauge with Immortal Shield.
That is. Oh yeah, fair. You cannot do that.
Yep.
Just build Gargoyle's stun plate.
He could have built that. I think if you're going to replace an item, you replace your boost. The GA is necessary. The Bloodthirster necessary. Eye-Edge necessary. Lord Dom's necessary. You can't really slot out any of the items that he actually built. At least from the game state.
Mm-hmm. No, I do agree. You needed the Guardian Angel to come back to life so you can start doing more damage. I do agree that the only thing that you could switch out is the boots. You could maybe get something that, you can either get the thing that shreds armor for the Orin, or you can get something that does more damage.
I think the only thing that would have been good to slot out here could have been the Wit's End after the Guardian Angel was used. So if he did fall in a fight and the game wasn't over, the Wit's End would have been a good substitute because Ryze was a lot of their damage.
Or maybe even Mortius would also have been good too.
You
cannot go that
you
with,
can't get that with
Immortal Shield Bow.
Are they both Lifeline?
Yes.
They're both Lifeline.
They're both Lifeline.
Sterax, Blood, Immortal Shield Bow, and Ma are all Lifeline.
Yeah, I forgot Sterax was also Lifeline, but he could have gone. He could have gone Scimitar. That could have worked as well if he got a QSS item. It could have made him probably, as soon as Ryze tried to QSS him, or as soon as Morgana tried to root him, he could just QSS and get out. But other than that, I really think that Amasan played really well. He came back, like I said, he had a rough laning phase, he had a rough time going against
counter matchup.
But he came back. Also, Karthik with the nice, equalizers. He did miss a couple, but he used the equalizers as best as he could. He tried to either zone the sharks off, or he got on top of them with it.
Mm-hmm. And overall, just really well played from both sides here. I definitely think the game should have ended a lot earlier with the gigantic chasm of gold that the Sharks built for themselves, but the Wizards just able to claw it back, fighting some good team fights, able to almost bring it to right to the edge, but in the end the Sharks were able to claim it up. But overall, well played.
So the reasons why I think the Sharks come out in early as they wanted to is because there was a Yone Rumble on the team. If it was something other than Rumble or something other than Yone in the mid lane, I feel like they could have ended early. But the reason why they could is because as soon as Yone gets on top of Varus, who was their main damage, because Ryze wasn't really online yet until like third, fourth item. Is because as soon as Yone or Rumble was able to kill Varus, they couldn't end the game.
Right.
So I feel like that's the reason why they decided not to end the game early. They decided to wait until King Catawal got his items, so he could also be a carry on top of Varus.
But I think that decision was what made the game very, very close. They should have been ready to pull the trigger because their Varus was so far ahead.
No, I
because
do agree.
Yeah.
I do agree that they had opportunities to end it early as fast as possible. Jin was super behind, Lulu was super behind, and also Gnar was behind.
Because of that lane swap from the Sharks, they were able to find some big advantages in the early game, especially with that Ornn taken on the Yone, and the Ryze just being a generally decent matchup into the Gnar. But the attempt to shut down the Yone was smart. Very smart.
One more question for both of you. I'm going to answer this personally. I think Yone should have brought TP. What are you guys' thoughts?
Yone should have brought TP?
I think Yone should have brought TP. And the reason why that is he was the most fed. He could have split push a lane and then TP right into as soon as either they engage on them or them engage on the Sharks.
If the Yone knew he was going against the Ornn in the lane, yes, I agree, going TP. But because he thought he was going against the Ryze,
you want the Ignite.
You want the Ignite.
I really think he should have predicted he was going to get... I don't know, you should always take that precaution just in case you're going against like an Ornn. Because like you said before the game loaded in, Ryze Yone matchup is really hard for Ryze, but the Ryze Gnar matchup is a lot easier. Same thing with the Ornn. Ornn Gnar matchup is a lot harder, but Ornn can easily match against Yone. So I feel like they should have took that into play. So maybe next time they learn next time if they do that, maybe I should bring the TP. So they have, because I feel like one of the main advantages that Sharks had is that they had map control everywhere. Because of two TPs. Because it was able to, Ryze was able to split push, got the inhibitor, and then TP the dragon, and still continue to fight. But
overall, well played game.
Yeah,
right?
overall it was a great series. Both games were just amazing series. Like I said before, you need to watch out for these mid laners. They're insane. These mid laners in the LRS Draft have proven themselves that they are all really good at what they need to get done. But don't forget, like I said, trades are open today since matches are over. So the LRS captains can do that whenever they can. But other than that, any other announcements you guys that we have?
Nothing from me.
Okay. Well, don't forget you have one?
I had one, but I don't remember it now.
Well, that's all right. But don't forget, tomorrow it is DAA versus PVE, and it's going to be a great series. So
I see me back there.
What was that?
I'll be there.
Oh, you'll be there, Salt?
Yep.
Yeah, it's going to be a great series. I recommend you guys tune into it. PVE has known to be a powerhouse of a team. So it's
known to be. They're the defending champions.
Well, actually, they are. I forgot. LAS. They are the LAS pre-made champions. So yeah, they're the defending champions, and it's super. It's gonna be super fun to see them. But I'm gonna any other comments or anything about the game or going on to the series.
don't forget to tune in this Sunday. We're going to be doing power rankings for all of the pre-made
Whoa.
leagues. So 9 p.m.
Not-
Yeah, you show up bright and early. We're going to wake you up so you can watch power rankings. No, 9 p.m. Eastern. Don't forget to show up for that because that is going to be a very fun.
Now, is this the power
Let's Talk
rankings
Legends.
for all the leagues, or is it just for
It's
a couple?
only for pre-made.
Only for pre-made? So
For all the pre-mades and Valorant.
in Valorant? Okay.
Yep.
We are
Alright,
not
then.
doing the draft power rankings until next week. So
Makes sense, makes sense.
Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. All right, guys. I think that's a great point to actually end it up after some nice announcements here. Again, Sunday, 9 p.m., boys. Don't forget to be there. And, you know, great night. I'll be here all week. All week. Yep, straight up.
you've taken my spot. Congratulations. You still won't catch up, but.